Are we live?
Hey guys,
We are live.
Here.
Welcome everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys have had a great weekend. We certainly have. It's been awesome for sure. So we're gonna take a few minutes out to say hello to everybody, and then we're gonna jump right into our part 2 of our Disney World attraction bracket. So let's see who's in the chat today. All right. You got the chat pull up there?
I'm working on getting it pulled up right now. That's what
Awesome.
I'm doing.
Okay,
hey,
so I got it. So Dennis Oval, welcome. Hey Dennis, thanks for coming in. Rob, awesome. Thanks for coming in, Rob. Rob Fuzz is awesome. He's one of our newest partner channels. If you guys don't know who Rob Fuzz is, he is absolutely amazing. One of the biggest supporters in our Disney community. Absolutely amazing. He does retro Disney videos. He does live streams. It's home to Frankie Friday. Amazing guy, amazing personality, and one of our newest partner channels. And Rob, we couldn't be happier, man. Let's see here. Alyssa Stenberg is here. Hey, Alyssa, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Absolutely. Rob says there's 2 separate streams. There should not be 2 separate streams.
Rob, can you go into the other one and tell everyone to come over here? And after we're done, we will figure that out.
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure why we're having this issue this week.
Oh, I left them.
But are you fixing it?
I'm going to try to fix it.
Jen's going to try and fix it. So in the meantime, I'm going to say hello to you guys. Rob says, woohoo, thanks, guys. Yeah, Rob, absolutely, man. Again, you're one of the biggest supporters, in our community, and we can't thank you enough. Adams Land, speaking of partner channels, he's another one of our newest partner channels. Adams Land is awesome. He's from the UK. He does awesome theme park videos. They love Disney. He has an amazing, awesome daughter named Ebony. She's adorable. And she also has a channel, Ebony's Little Channel. I believe it's in the description below. If it's not, we'll add it. But Adams Land, awesome. Another one of our newest partner channels. So we have Rob Fuzz and Adams Land and Ebony's Little Channel. They're our newest partner channels. So welcome, Adam. Thank you for coming on, man. Pirate Princess Red is here. Hey, Rob, Adam, Alyssa, Adam. Yeah, she's saying hey to everybody. Rob says it just says offline. No worries. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Okay, it should be good now because
Awesome. Okay.
Hey guys. Hey, sorry. What's going on, guys? What's up, everybody?
Mary Ellen Clark is here. She says hello, Pirate Princess Red. Adam says thank you, Mike and Jen. Jill McKelvey is here. Welcome, Jill. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. Awesome. So for you guys that don't know, I think most of you guys do know, this is part 2 of our Disney World attraction bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Now we did part 1 last week, last Saturday, and that was a lot of fun. So now we're going to do part 2. So do you want to kind of like go into it and kind of explain kind of what we're doing and kind of recap a little bit?
I can do that. All right. So last week we did the first half of the bracket. So it was basically the first 32 attractions.
Right.
And we narrowed it down to 1.
Right.
On that. And then today we're going to do the second half. And then the 2, the one that we narrow it down to today is going to battle it out with the one that we narrowed it down to last week.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pick a winner. So we've done 2 separate brackets. Mike has done a bracket and I have done a bracket. So that's why we're doing it the way that we're doing it, because we are going to have a couple of different opinions on a couple of different rides. And so we wanted to have a little more fun with it and do 2 separate brackets.
Absolutely.
Miguel is here.
Yeah. So guys, we're going to kind of break away from the stream and kind of go to the chat here and there just to say hello to you guys and just to answer questions and all that good stuff, because we love you guys. We love to hear what you guys have to say. And obviously feel free to talk amongst yourselves in the chat on your favorite attractions. So each little set that we do, you guys can kind of debate, go back and forth along with us. That's the beauty of it. I mean, no 2 brackets are the same, I feel like, so that's kind of the beauty of it. And I had mentioned partner channels, Adams Land and Rob Fuzz. They're 2 of our newest partner channels, and Ebony's Little Channel. They're all amazing, awesome people.
We are very excited to welcome them to our partner family.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this community just continues to grow.
Amazing.
at an outstanding rate, and more and more awesome people are wanting to be a part of our community, and it's just so awesome to see, for sure. Also, we have other partner channels as well. They're also in the description below. So yeah, be sure to check out all of our partner channels, guys, for sure.
Oh, Sabrina's here. Hey, Sabrina.
Hey, Sabrina, welcome.
Haven't
Thanks
seen
for
you in
coming
a while.
Yeah,
How
it's been
are
a while.
you?
But yeah, guys, be sure and hit the like button. That helps us out for sure. And share out the stream. That also helps us out. Yeah, I mean, you guys have been nothing short of outstanding.
It's true.
In terms of supporting us and supporting this community that we've kind of helped build, and others have kind of helped us build it up as well.
Absolutely.
So awesome. Is there anything else that you want to mention before we get into part 2?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Any other housekeeping we have before we get started?
I don't think so. I think we're good. I think we touched on everything. So again, guys, we're gonna kind of go.
Shop?
We're gonna what's that?
Our t-shirt shop.
Yeah, guys. So we have a new merch shop. Teespring.com /OurThemeLife. The exact description is in the exact link is in the description below. So if you guys want to check that out, please do. That's another way to support us. Of course, you guys know you don't have to do that, but we've got some more designs, coming up on the way with that. So yeah.
I'm gonna comment it in the comments really quick, and then we can get started.
Awesome. So welcome again, Sabrina. Emma and John, hello, welcome. So yeah, Jen is dropping that link in the chat right now. So, and then once she does that, we'll get started. So again, guys, the Disney attraction bracket that we're using is courtesy of Disney Dan, DISNEY Dan, not DIZNEY Dan. He's a huge part of our community, and Disney Dan with a Z. Dan with a Z is amazing, awesome. He's another one of our awesome supporters, amazing guy from the UK. He's so passionate about Disney and so passionate about what he does. But yeah, this is another Disney Dan, and you can actually find this bracket on themeparktube.com.
Right.
So if you want to fill out the bracket and kind of see where you stand on Disney attractions, because you may think you know what your favorite attraction is, but you don't quite know until you actually do a bracket. And if you give each attraction a fair chance, you might be surprised at what rides make it through and what rides don't.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So just to recap, we had round 1 last Saturday, and that was the first 32 attractions. A lot of fun. So what was your round 1 winner?
My round 1 winner was Festival of the Lion King.
Which
the show
was a little surprising to me. I was not expecting you to pick a show.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, Nick, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Nick's another one of our partner channels. Be sure to check out Magical News Live. He's awesome. He just hit 1,500 subscribers, I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, Hey, Nick, welcome. Yeah, Rob says, woo, that is surprising. Yeah. Festival of Lion King is it's an amazing show. Mm-hmm. And that's our #1 most viewed video on our YouTube channel is our Festival of the Lion King video.
It's apparently going to go up against something else very soon to find out exactly what my favorite attraction is at Walt Disney World.
Yeah. But yeah, I was a little surprised that you picked a show as your winner in the first round.
It's incredible. But is it not an amazing show?
It is. It's great. If there was one show that could have beat out all the other attractions,
it's Festival of Lion King.
Had you picked like any other show, I would have been like, really, but no, it's Festival of Lion King is a grade A, top notch.
Yeah.
Broadway style. I mean, everything about it, the nostalgia, the theatrics, the acrobatics, the music, all combines into an amazing show.
Yeah, and I went back and watched our video, and it's just because I was watching the Festival of Lion King show.
Yeah.
It gave me chills.
Yeah.
Like that show gives me like all the feels in the world. Like all the feels. All those feels.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just going to say hey to a couple other people that have just joined. Prodigy Smash Brandon.
Hey,
What's up,
Brandon.
Thanks for coming in, buddy. We appreciate it. Also, Discover the Magic is here. I don't know if we said hey to them earlier, or maybe they just came in, but welcome, Discover the Magic. We appreciate you being here. Awesome. So Jen's round one winner was
Festival Lion King. Who was yours?
My round one winner was People Mover.
Oh, nice.
People Mover from round one.
Wow.
So People Mover is going to go against my round two winner. And then you guys will find out what is our all-time ultimate favorite attraction at Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's get into it.
Since I went first last time, do you want to go first this time?
Negative, because ladies first. You're first.
Oh man, I wanted to hear his winner before mine. All right. So the first portion.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to kind of break it down. So from each round we have set one, which is the first 32 attractions, right? And again, it's kind of like the college basketball bracket.
Woohoo!
And the set two is the Sweet 16. You have 16 that move on from set one, and then you have the Elite 8 that move on to set 3, and then you have set 4, which is the final 4, and then from there you have your final 2, and then from the final 2, obviously you have your winner from that round. So, all right, round 2, let's do it.
Awesome. All right. So the first 2 attractions of round 2 is Tower of Terror and Astro Orbiter. So I chose Tower of Terror. Although I've not actually been on Astro Orbiter that I can recall, rides that just go round and round and round and round and round.
Yeah, they're pretty redundant.
They're not really like Dumbo and Aladdin.
Yeah, now I will say Astro Orbiter kind of has a cool element in that you're elevated, you're up high. It kind of gives it a cool little element in terms of the views that you get riding that ride. Now, I have not ridden Astro Orbiter in, probably 20 plus years. I don't think we've ever ridden it together.
We haven't ridden it together. I know that I've ridden it, but it's been a very, very long time since I've ridden it. And I feel like now, I'm not saying that I am getting old because I'm not, but as I'm getting older, those rides are harder for me to ride because I just get a little bit of motion sickness.
Yeah.
And so I always get off of those rides feeling like, whoa, I need to sit down for a few minutes. And that's not really how I want to feel when I come off of a ride.
Exactly.
So for me, for this round, I am choosing Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror is... oh, man, it's incredible. I seek out Tower of Terror when we go into Hollywood Studios every single time that we're there. That is one of the first places we head.
Yeah. So what is your favorite aspect of Tower of Terror?
Oh, man. So my favorite aspect of Tower of Terror is the fact that you don't get the same ride every single time. You don't get the same drop sequence.
Yeah, because most of you guys know that the drop sequences in Tower of Terror
it's
are
random. Yeah.
And it didn't used to be like that. I mean, years ago, you could ride it and you know exactly where you're going to drop, when, how many times. Now it's completely random. So
yeah,
that's a really cool element that I think they changed that maybe 10, 15 years ago to where it's random.
And also the section that has the, I think it's called a hologram.
Yeah.
Where you can see the family.
The ghost family.
The ghost family. It's such a cool section for me. And feeling like the whole as the gray and black spins and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome.
So Tower of Terror is my winner for this one.
So same for me. I mean, Tower of Terror, Astro Orbiter, no competition. I mean, listen, like I said, the last time I rode Astro Orbiter was 10, 15 years ago, and it doesn't even compare to Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror is one of the most themed rides in all Disney World, arguably in the world.
Yeah.
The world as a whole, not just Disney World. So Tower of Terror for me, the theming, the thrill element, the story. You guys know I love a ride that tells a story, and Tower of Terror does it perfectly.
from walking through the hotel. It's like it builds a story up that this is the hotel that you're going to check into.
Yeah.
And like it's pretty old. You can tell by all the cobwebs. And then you get into this room and it tells the story of the tower of the what happened.
Yeah.
It's that storyline build up is amazing.
Yeah. All right. So
we have a couple
second matchup.
People that have commented
Yeah,
about Tower of Terror. So let's see. Adam and Rob, thank you for tweeting us out.
Yes, thank you so much, guys.
Let's see. Rob Fuzz says random is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Let's see. Discover the Magic said, yeah, years ago. Rob Fuzz said it's such a cool effect.
Absolutely.
Rob Fuzz, I still can't figure out the ride and how it works. I can't either, actually.
Yeah, I think there was like a special that they had. It was like on a Travel Channel or something, to where they kind of talked about Disney secrets. They talked about like Tower of Terror and Indiana Jones over at Disneyland, like kind of the mechanics behind the scenes. And they talked about like Splash Mountain and things and different rides like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure you could pull up on YouTube for sure.
Brandon from Prodigy Smash says, I love the whole ambience of Tower of Terror.
Yeah, it lulls you kind of into like an ambiance, and then all of a sudden it's just in your face.
Yeah.
Dark, dreary. You're being dropped multiple times. Yeah, just the thrill is outstanding.
What's funny to me is I don't really feel the ride up.
Yeah,
like
I mean, you feel it a little bit.
I know, but you're just like kind of going through. You go up a tad, but I don't feel like we go up as much as we actually do for the drop.
Right, that's kind of like kind of by design, I think.
Yeah,
yeah,
which is really cool. Let's see. Works Hard for MK3 is here.
Hey, Works Hard.
Welcome.
Thanks for coming in. Awesome.
Let's see here. Rob Fuzz says the hotel lobby is awesome. Everyone is saying hi to each other.
Awesome.
I
love the dust factor. Rob says, yeah, the cobwebs that you see when you walk in, you know that you're walking into a very ominous situation. Yeah. You know it's not going to end well. So yeah.
And Adams Land says the theming of Tower of Terror is second to none. It's such a stunning building.
Oh, absolutely, especially at night too.
Oh, incredible at night.
Yeah.
Walking up on that at night is like one of my favorite views in the park.
Oh, hands down for sure.
Emma and John, you're welcome, says they haven't ridden Tower of Terror. They're too scared.
It's a very, very intimidating ride.
It is intimidating.
If you've never ridden it, for sure. So do we move to the second matchup?
Yes, absolutely. All right. So the second one is Enchanted Tales with Belle or Figment. So the Journey into Imagination with Figment ride. I actually chose Journey into Imagination with Figment. So some of you may disagree with me on this one, but I love Enchanted Tales with Belle. It's actually a super fun experience. There's something about imagination. Right. The song gets stuck in your head. That little purple dinosaur you see everywhere in the parks, especially during Food and Wine and Flower and Garden. You see that guy everywhere in the parks. And it's such a fun way to just kind of explore how we imagine things, how our brain works.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, hands down, Journey to Imagination. I've never seen the Enchanted Tales with Belle show, so I don't really know what it's like. I mean, I've seen videos, I've heard people talk about it, but Imagination for me. Now I know the current ride is basically a shell of its former self. Obviously, nowhere near as epic and as good as the old Imagination ride. It's definitely a lot more toned down and low key.
Yeah.
They changed a lot. And I'll be honest, I mean, a lot of people give this ride a ton of hate because of what it was. Now, for me, I've ridden the old Imagination, and this was years ago.
I don't remember.
I do remember Dreamfinder. I do remember the scene where you see Dreamfinder on his like epic looking bicycle type thing. And I mean, honestly, it was a completely different ride back then. And I honestly, it was kind of the main ride at Epcot at one point. I mean, obviously you had Spaceship Earth, but Journey to Imagination was a worthy adversary in Epcot. And now, I mean, putting it up against Enchanted Tales of Belle, no brainer for me. Now, again, I've never been on Enchanted Tales of Belle. It's obviously like a show type thing, but even if I feel like I would still put Imagination ahead of that. But you know, that's just me.
No way. This is so cool. Prodigy Smash just said, fun fact, All Central Florida's stepdad was the original voice of Dreamfinder.
I had heard that.
No way.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Mind
James, yeah.
blown.
Mind blown.
Mind blown. Hi,
Very
Julia,
cool.
by the way.
Hey, Julia, welcome. Thanks for coming in. So
Your
next
turn.
matchup. Oh, no.
You already answered it, right?
I did. So
Okay.
you go.
All right. So Triceratops Spin or Expedition Everest? I chose Expedition Everest. Triceratops Spin is a whole lot of fun, but I really feel like it's too herky-jerky.
Yeah, I mean, it's your
all over the place.
It's your typical
Carnival ride.
Carnival spinny ride.
Yeah.
Nothing to it. I mean, the only thing different from Dumbo is that it's dinosaurs. You're in a Triceratops vehicle.
Yeah.
There's nothing different about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and say Everest, hands down. Everest is absolutely amazing. I'm a big fan of roller coasters. Then you throw in the story and the theming of going to the top of Mount Everest and encountering the Yeti, and then you go backwards, and every element to that ride is outstanding.
By the way, my choice was Everest also.
Yeah. I think you said that, but yeah.
I think so, but I didn't.
Yeah, Everest and Triceratops Spin. There's a few matchups in this round that are like, you're like, really? Okay. No brainer.
That's a no-brainer.
This is one of them. Everest, one of the most immaculately themed rides and ride experiences in the world. So yeah, Everest for me.
And by the way, guys, everybody that wasn't here for round 1 of last week's bracket, Mike and I, during this first set of round 1, we're probably going to have a lot of similar answers.
Yeah.
Because we do feel a lot of the same ways about certain rides. But as we get even deeper and further into matching everything up, that's going to change, which is why this is so much fun for the two of us.
I mean, generally the first rounds, the first round is pretty straightforward for most. And then as you get deeper and deeper into the bracket, obviously it gets tougher and tougher to choose because, like I said last week, I give every attraction a fair chance against one another.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like that's the way to do it with a bracket like this, So
we need to say hi to Corey Meets World. Hey, Corey.
Meets World. Welcome, Corey. Thanks for coming in, man. I think Corey just hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, that's awesome,
recently, so
Corey.
Congrats, Corey.
Disney Dan.
Disney Dan, what is up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Thanks for coming in. Awesome.
We got so many awesome people on here tonight.
Awesome. Thank you guys for coming in.
Awesome.
So,
all right, so let's get down to business. Next one is Barnstormer or Kali River Rapids. I had to go with Kali River Rapids, even though I have a little bit of nostalgia with Barnstormer because that was Dylan's very, 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 very first roller coaster.
Yes.
Which is another one that he was terrified on. But I absolutely love Kali River Rapids. It's so much fun. It's one of the better water rides out there.
Right. Yeah. For me, same thing. Barnstormer definitely has a very fond memory for us as parents because, like Jen said, that was our very first roller coaster experience with Dylan, which was epic, by the way. It was great. He had a pretty good reaction. And unfortunately, that was before we were YouTubers.
Literally right before we started
so
YouTube.
We didn't really... I think Jen got like a small cell phone video of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it. If I can find it, we'll incorporate it.
Maybe 15-20 seconds.
We'll
but
incorporate it into a video.
Yeah, you can definitely see his reaction, and that ride's like 30 seconds long, but he had a great reaction. Obviously against Kali River Rapids, I love water rides. Kali River Rapids is awesome. Now, is it the best type of ride for that style? I guess no. I think Kali River Rapids falls a bit short
Do you need help, buddy?
compared to some of the other water rides in Orlando. But in terms of this matchup,
Mom duty calls.
Kali River Rapids is awesome. It's very well themed. So Kali River Rapids for sure on that one. So while Jen is attending to Dylan, so by the way, guys, we may be back and forth. We're obviously trying to take care of Dylan here and there. So he's with us obviously. So bear with us. We appreciate it. Yes. So Corey Meets World. Yes. Again, welcome. Discover the Mattresses awesomeness. Yay. Nice, Adam. Adam's and says, I'm doing Alton Towers again tomorrow. That's awesome, Adam. So are you going to be live streaming again? Can't wait for that. By the way, Adam did a live stream and a vlog at Alton Towers, I think last week, if I'm not mistaken, or the week before, Adam. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Adam's Land, another one of our newest partner channels, as well as Rob Buzz. You want to say hi? They're both in the chat, and Ebony's little channel. Ebony is Adam's daughter. She's adorable. They're both awesome, and they have some awesome Disney vlogs, theme park vlogs, just great personalities, and you guys will not be disappointed for sure. So, what do you got there? Thank you. Let's see here. Yes, Prodigy says, if you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button. Yes, guys, be sure to smash the like button. Share us out. That really helps us out. We appreciate it. Disney Dances, Adam is awesome to Wicker Man. That is awesome, Dan. I was actually at work the other day, and I pulled up Alton Towers like online. I was looking at some of the rides, and Wicker Man was like one of the kind of the main. I think it's like a newer ride, and based off what I've seen, Wicker Man looks pretty wicked for sure. Now the movie, not so much. At least the new one with Nicolas Cage, really fell short to the original. But yeah, I've heard Wicker Man, the ride at Alton Towers is amazing for sure. Let's see here. Oh wow, Corey is at 1,800 subscribers. Holy cow, that's awesome! Wow. Yeah, so I know Corey. I know he hit 1,000 maybe a few weeks ago, and already at 1,800, closing in on 2,000. That is amazing. Congrats again, Corey.
Congrats, Corey. That's awesome.
Disney Dances. I cannot wait to go back to Alton Towers. Yeah, dude, we would love to go to some of these international theme parks. I mean, Alton Towers is definitely at the top of our list for sure. Rob says, happy birthday, Dylan. Thank you. Yeah, guys. So we had Dylan's birthday party yesterday. It's a little early. His birthday isn't officially until the 28th, but we had to have it earlier to accommodate some people that won't be here for that week.
Right.
That are actually here in town. So thanks, Rob. Adam live rocks. Yes, Adam's awesome live for sure. The Julie says, happy birthday, Dylan. Everybody said happy birthday.
Adam, Dylan's birthday is not today. His birthday is the 28th. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You commented as I was saying that.
Yeah, no worries. Road Trip Dave is here too.
Happy
Welcome,
birthday,
Dave.
Ebony, by the way.
Road Trip Dave, he's another one of our awesome partner channels. So, and he chokeslammed that like button. Dave is awesome. He just got back from Disney.
Dave.
He's been uploading ride videos and different restaurant reviews. And Dave has been a longtime partner channel. Awesome. He streams every night at Monday. Not every night. Every Monday night at 9. Road tripping. So thanks, Dave, for coming in, man. We appreciate it.
That's right.
So, all right. So let's go on to the next matchup.
All right. So the next matchup is Mission Space or Primeval Whirl. Hands down, Mission Space.
Mission
for
Space,
me.
orange or green?
Orange.
Okay. Nice.
Wait. Orange. Green is the tamer side. So orange for
Yeah.
sure orange. But Mission Space.
Awesome. Yeah, so for me, same thing. I mean, Mission Space over Primeval Whirl. And now Primeval Whirl is it's a fun ride, but it can be very rough on your joints and everything in between.
To quote Mike from our video of Primeval Whirl, rest in peace to my spine.
Rest in peace to my spine. Yes, exactly. Again, it's a great I don't want to say it's a great ride, but it's a fun little ride if there's no wait. Usually there's not much of a wait. I think the longest I've waited for it or we've waited for it was like maybe 20 minutes.
Isn't there a single rider?
Not for that ride.
Oh, that's right.
No.
That's right.
So next matchup.
All right.
This is kind of an interesting one.
Let's see. The next matchup is the monorail or Big Thunder Mountain. I chose Big Thunder Mountain as much as I love the monorail as being the first official ride of our Disney trip.
Yeah.
Big Thunder Mountain was one of the first roller coaster rides that I ever rode with my dad. And it was, I was 8 when I rode it. So it was such a fun time. Every time I ride it, I just feel like that 8-year-old little girl riding it over and over and over again.
The nostalgia.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's the nostalgia for me. It's also the story. That ride tells an amazing, really cool story, actually. And just the way the theming is incredible.
Yeah.
It's such a cool ride.
I'm kind of surprised that, not really surprised, but I guess the monorail is considered an attraction to most. I'm a little surprised that it kind of made it on the bracket as an attraction, but I guess it kind of is. It's kind of your first. I mean, you can choose whether to ride the monorail or the ferry boat. And my thing is, if you're going to add the monorail as an attraction, you should add the ferry boat.
Oh, I don't remember seeing the ferry boat on here.
I don't think it's a part of this bracket. So. But yeah, for me, Big Thunder Mountain, it's the wildest ride in the wilderness. you gotta add the whistle. The wilderness.
I can't do that. So
it's such a fun ride. It's a longer ride too, and it's even better at night. If you can ride it at night, it's absolutely amazing. Now the monorail is great because that's kind of the gateway to the Magic Kingdom or Epcot. But for me, it really wasn't a fair matchup. Big Thunder all the way. It's so fun. You know, you can't not get off that ride without a smile on your face.
And I always feel like
it's a storm.
Yeah, it's storming. Yeah,
it's storming. That's right. I always feel like the monorail gives me the opportunity to visit the hotels that I wouldn't otherwise visit.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. So Brandon Prodigy smashes monorail without a doubt. Really over Big Thunder. Okay, that's interesting.
So Adam's Land is the opposite side of that. He says the monorail isn't a ride. The bracket doesn't include the ferry boat to the Magic Kingdom or the buses or mini Ubers. So let's get the monorail gets a bum deal here. It's not a ride.
Yeah, I agree, Adam. You know, the monorail is so nostalgic in terms of, you know, that's kind of the first, again, kind of the gateway to Magic Kingdom. You board it and you're excited. It has some really cool views. When you're coming up on Magic Kingdom, you can see Space Mountain off to the side, and you can see the castle in the distance. And then we're actually riding by the entrance itself to Magic Kingdom. I mean, that part is great, but in terms of an attraction, I don't know if I quite put it up there, but yeah.
If the monorail's an attraction, the trams from the parking lot have to be an attraction too.
Yeah, the trams from the parking lot have to be an attraction too. Yes.
The Amazing Julia says monorail.
Okay.
Corey Meets World says monorail belongs on the transportation bracket.
Yes.
Prodigy says I can hear the thunder. Haha.
Yes.
Yeah. So our microphones pick up everything in the background.
Yeah.
Including the thunder. And we're working on getting rid of that. Or trying to get rid of that as well. So,
all right. So
don't get me wrong. I love the monorail. Love going through the Contemporary and the Journey in, but it's just a method of transportation.
Adam. Yeah, I mean, we have several Magic Kingdom vlogs to where we actually showcase going through the contemporary on the monorail. It's great.
Oh, Brandon
yeah.
says he can fix that for us.
Okay.
Awesome. Let's
we'll be in
chat
touch.
later on this
Thanks.
week and we can fix it. Thank you. Let's see. Rob Fuzz says, I went the year Big Thunder opened.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
awesome,
awesome.
Man. I'm not sure what year that was. Maybe late 80s, early 90s, maybe?
Yeah. Discover the Magic says, you guys must be in Georgia.
We are.
Is it a whole Georgia thing?
Good old GA.
By the way, R. Johns is here.
Hey, Richard. Welcome. Disney legend. We're honored.
The
Thank
man.
you for coming in.
The myth. The legend.
The legend, yes.
R. Johns.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So,
all right. So, what do we have next? We have, is it the treehouse? The Swiss Family treehouse?
Yeah, the elaborate queue.
Yeah. It's a tree. All right. So the next is the Swiss Family Treehouse or Dumbo. I chose Dumbo for this one. And that's only because I feel like the Swiss Family Treehouse is a super cool attraction. But I've only done it maybe twice in my entire lifetime. But Dumbo's, even though those rides make me a little crazy, like queasy when I get off of them, I really like Dumbo. Dumbo, again, has the nostalgia because I think I rode that with my dad like 800 times as well. So,
yeah. So I'm going to throw a curveball here. I'm not a huge fan of the spinny rides. So Swiss Family Treehouse against Dumbo. I picked Swiss Family Treehouse. Yes, it is basically an elaborate queue. There's a lot of climbing and a lot of walking involved. However, it is very well themed, and I do like that movie. And pitted up against Dumbo, I just don't have a lot of fond memories with Dumbo the ride. It's just another ride that just goes in circles. So yes, there's a lot of a lot of people don't consider the Swiss Family Treehouse an attraction, but for me, against Dumbo, the Swiss Family.
Discover the Magic says, "Ha! It's the Braves jersey." LOL.
Yeah, what gave it away?
Let's see. All right, so the next one here is the Haunted Mansion
or Main Street Transport.
Or Main Street Horse and Buggy.
Yeah, so it's basically, if you guys have walked down Main Street, you've seen families in a horse and carriage. That's the Main Street Transport.
Yeah.
So
I chose the Haunted Mansion, hands down.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because I'm your host, your ghost host.
Yeah.
I got a baseball.
Dylan's got a baseball.
Have you ever actually been on the Main Street Transport though?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually ever been on the Main Street Transport.
I got a baseball.
You got a baseball.
He's showing off
Don't
his
break any
baseball,
windows.
guys.
Yeah, same for me. No competition. Haunted Mansion against Main Street Transport. Look, I mean, that's another one. I'm kind of surprised that it was actually added as an actual attraction. To me, it's not really an attraction. It's kind of like a luck of the draw. You know, they probably randomly pick out somebody to be in the horse and carriage, and which I'm sure it's a great experience if you've ever done it. I don't really consider it an attraction because not everybody can do it like at the same time or whatever. Yeah. So Haunted Mansion, I mean, one of the most iconic rides in all of Walt Disney World. Total classic theming. Just there's laughs. You know, there's a little bit of a scare factor here and there. Not too intense, obviously, but just the ride system and the story and you know everything. The stretching room is definitely a highlight. And Haunted Mansion, you can't go wrong with it. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah, buddy. Everybody say hello.
He loves the Mickey clock. Yeah. So really quick, Rob Fuzz says Big Thunder opened in 1980.
Okay, wow.
Discover the Magic loves the Treehouse. Prodigy says it's the best ride that goes in circles, Dumbo.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not like a huge fan of rides that go in a circle.
Yeah.
So that's just me.
Adam says, haha, I don't like the treehouse. It's just a themed queue. You're
It
basically
is.
in a queue to get off it again.
Yeah, exactly. But pit it up against Dumbo for me personally because I don't like.
I like Dumbo.
You like Dumbo? Yeah, the
Dylan's
same
pick
rides
is Dumbo.
that go around in a circle. I had to pick it.
Scared.
You're scared of Dumbo?
Yeah, I'm scared of the roller coaster.
You are? Really? I thought you liked the roller coasters.
He's a mess, by the way.
Dylan's bracket, see? He's going to throw in his input here and there.
I like Buzz Lightyear.
So, Dylan, I have a question for you. I have a
What?
question. What is your favorite Disney World ride?
My favorite Disney World ride is Buzz Lightyear ride.
Oh!
Buzz Lightyear for the win
Buzz
for
Lightyear.
Dylan.
You heard it right here.
And I shoot something. I shoot. And look, I got a baseball.
Can you go sit down, please?
So, yeah, guys, there you have it. Buzz Lightyear for Dylan all day.
And
Hands
I
down.
shoot something.
You shoot some aliens, and you got the high score, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Rob Fuzz says, cue the thunder for the Haunted Mansion.
Yes, exactly.
Discover the Magic says, hello, little boy.
So let's go to the next
All
matchup.
right,
I
so,
got Pluto.
all
Yeah.
right.
I
So
got Pluto.
Yeah, buddy.
he's got Pluto.
Mhm.
So the next one is the carousel in Magic Kingdom,
Fantasyland, yeah.
the Fantasyland carousel, and then Splash Mountain. I chose Splash Mountain for this one. Again, it's a ride that tells a story,
One
and
of
it's
the
an
best
incredible
rides
story.
that tells a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you have any like fond memories of the carousel at all? When you were younger or I don't know, when like for our honeymoon,
I don't.
we rode it together
I
right
mean,
after we got married.
We did ride it together. I do have fond memories of the carousel. However, the best memory I have, besides when you and I rode it together, was
Yeah.
when I rode it with my dad, and then I got off, and I was actually one that was able to pull the sword out
Oh, really?
when I was like 8.
That's cool.
I think it's rigged, and I think it's like a
I think
random
it's totally random.
button
Yeah,
push.
yeah.
Somebody in an
Yeah.
office just walks by and pushes a button
Yeah,
one
some-
time, and
something
it
like
pops
that.
up.
Yeah.
Can I get my table on
Yeah,
my
so-
chair?
So for me, carousel versus Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain hands down again, guys.
And I want to play Play-Doh.
Again, I love a ride that tells a story, and no ride tells a story better, in my opinion, than Splash Mountain. It's nostalgic. It's classic. It's a water ride. I love water rides. I love animatronics. The animatronics are awesome. It's a long ride. The ride's just over 10 minutes long, and it's just happy and just it's a zippity doo dah ride. It's amazing.
You are saying hi.
Yeah,
Everybody
can
can
see
hear
you.
you.
Everybody can see and hear you loud and clear.
Look, I got a baseball.
Yeah.
They've seen your baseball.
Are you gonna go pro?
Yeah, and I'm going to hit it.
You gonna hit
You're
it?
gonna hit it.
Don't break any windows.
You heard it here. Dylan's gonna go pro. Who will be signing autographs as soon as he can fully write his last name too.
Exactly.
And look at this pretty bang.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys.
So I'm gonna read some comments.
Play-Doh.
All right. So let's see here. Rob Fuzz says the last time I went on the Main Street Transportation was in the 80s. Dylan's joining me apparently. Prodigy says I still have yet to do the Main Street Transportation. Yeah, we haven't done it either. Prodigy is laughing about the Mickey clock. Dylan's super excited about it. Discover the Magic says I love Tron Light Cycle Coaster too.
I like Buzz Lightyear.
He's telling you how much he likes Buzz Lightyear.
And look at, I got my house.
Dylan's bracket. Let's see. The Main Street Cars are the Division 2 team to get placed in the bracket for the initial sacrifice. Oh, it's so true, Dave.
And we brought Mr. Incredible and Baby Jack Jack.
He got a Mr. Incredible and Baby Jack Jack toy for his birthday, and he has been talking about it since he opened it. Let's see here.
Papa opened it.
Yep, Papa opened it. Discover the Magic says, when are you guys moving to Florida? LOL. Oh, I'd love to move to Florida. As of right now, we're not, but we'd love to. It's still kind of a
Can I?
dream of ours to move to Florida and live fairly close to Disney.
And I was riding the Buzz Lightyear ride.
Can you? He has taken over your side of the
Uh-oh.
stream.
He's taking over.
Let's
wanna take
see
over?
here.
You want to sit in
Discover the Magic says Splash
Yeah.
Mountain, yay! JPL Studios is here. Hey, JPL.
JPL
And
Studios,
look at
welcome.
my house.
Oh, Rob, Dylan, Rob wants to know what team are you going to play for?
What baseball team are you going to play for?
I don't know.
Good answer. Well, the best answer is the Braves, but at least you didn't say like the Yankees or the Mets.
We'd have to school him in baseball.
I know. Rob's a
Yeah.
Mets fan, so I might get a little flack from him for that one.
Daddy owns it.
Oh, I know, Prodigy. I know, Brandon, you're not laughing about the clock. You're laughing about how he said it. It was
Yeah.
super cute. Let's see.
Sit by you.
Here, bud. Go sit in your chair, bud.
JPL Studio says, where do you guys live? How far from Orlando? We are in southeastern Georgia, so
Yeah.
we are about 4 hours from Orlando.
Yeah, so we're not going to get any more specific than that
Yeah.
yet.
Mommy,
So about 4 hours away.
Can you get my
So all right.
get my table and my ribbon in the living room?
We'll get your
and-
table out later.
Sure, buddy.
I
Just a minute.
want to play Play-Doh and I
Okay,
want my
buddy.
chair.
Okay, in just a minute. Can you go sit down for me, please?
I want to play with my
Sit down for just a
baby.
minute, okay? All right.
All
So
right.
what's the next matchup?
So, Rock and Roller Coaster or the Magic Carpets of Aladdin?
That's a tough one.
That is hands down Rock and Roller Coaster. I have some very fond memories on Rock and Roller Coaster, and they're pretty funny. I don't know if I should tell the story, but I chose Rock and
Yeah.
Roller Coaster.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll save that for another time. Yeah, same for Rock and Roller Coaster. Not even a competition against Magic Carpets. Again, I'm not a big fan of little stationary rides that just go in a circle type thing. They don't do much other than just go in a circle. So Rock and Roller Coaster, I mean, the theming, Aerosmith. Who doesn't like Aerosmith? Absolutely amazing. The launch is the best part of the ride. And again, I'm a big fan of roller coasters. Rock and Roller Coaster is top notch for me.
Hey, Mommy, I don't
So yeah, Rock and Roller
some
Coaster.
money in
Put
there.
it down, please.
And I will be very surprised if somebody says Magic Carpets.
What?
If any of you guys say Magic Carpets, I know it's a joke. So all right, next one.
All right. So the next one was Dinosaur or Indiana Jones Stunt Show.
Everybody's saying tell the story.
Everybody wants me to tell the story.
Of course they do.
All right. So
Oh,
really,
Lord.
really quick story. This was on
This
our
might be
honeymoon,
slight-
or was it our first trip?
I want to say I don't think it was our honeymoon.
I think it was our
like
first trip, or one of our
first or second.
first or second
I
trip.
think it may have been the first trip.
I think it was our first trip.
Have the
So
orange-
first
they
off,
have the orange paper for
I don't.
the-
You can play with it
Yeah,
can I
yeah,
the
buddy.
Star Wars crayon?
In just a second.
in
all right?
just a minute. So first off, we're standing in line for a ridiculous amount of time, and there's a bunch of kids on either side of us that are like,
Yeah, it's like I think it
Chanting?
was like spring break.
yeah,
Yeah, so you have a lot of the younger crowds that were out
right,
at that time.
which was a whole lot of fun. But then we get on the ride, and the ride launches and takes off, and Mike here, he's
Oh my
laughing, but he's
God,
also
man.
turning red
cannot
because I am
believe we're saying this
publicly
story.
saying this on YouTube. So Mike here lets a pretty large fart out, but right at the bottom of a loop-de-loop. And so,
This is the first one, right?
yeah. So at the very first loop in Rock and Roller Coaster. And so he lets it out at the bottom. And when we get around to the very bottom again, so we get all the way back around, I was like, "Did you fart?" I said it really loud. And he was like, "Yes," like at the beginning of the loop.
Yeah.
So
no,
that
going
means
into
that it lingered
Mommy,
until we got back around.
But it's like
can't
twice, though.
find my Star Wars.
Yeah, so there's your
Okay,
fart story
we'll find them,
for our
okay?
team life.
Sit
Yeah,
down.
there you go. So
You want to talk about your answer, and I'm gonna go find his Star Wars crayons.
yeah, so there you go. Anyway,
Okay. Shh. Sit down.
so yeah, so we're on to the next matchup. So
Oh. Okay.
do you want to?
Yeah. I'll do mine next.
Hi.
Rob Fun says, so that's not thunder making that noise? No, it's a cover up. I confess.
Every
Yeah.
time. All right. So let's see. The next one is the American Adventure or the Carousel of Progress. I chose the Carousel of Progress.
No, you skipped one. You skipped one. Dinosaur and Indiana Jones Stunt Show.
I said,
No, you
oh,
didn't.
I'm sorry. So we already know my next answer, but
Mommy, look at I got 'em.
Dinosaur or the Indiana Jones Stunt Show. I chose Dinosaur. Mike and I wrote this together, and we have some
Yeah,
pretty epic pictures from
I
Dinosaur.
want
Oh,
my
yeah.
Star Wars crayon.
So I'm gonna go find his Star Wars crowns.
Okay.
I want
So,
the
yeah,
red and
I'm
green.
getting-
Dinosaur and Indiana Jones Stunt Show. Dinosaur for me, I love wild, intense, thrilling, dark rides, and Dinosaur is that ride. Now I love dinosaurs as a kid, and I still love them. I love all of the Jurassic Park movies, and I love watching some of the shows and documentaries that they have about dinosaurs. So yeah, for me, Dinosaur hands down. The stunt show is good. It's a little dated, I would say, but it's a great show. We don't typically seek it out,
I
but
got
it's a great show.
my foot.
Yeah, so Indiana Jones, you know, for
Daddy,
me,
look, I got
I'm not a
treasure
huge like
here.
show guy. I do like shows, but I don't seek out very many. And this is not one. This is kind of like a if we have time type of show, and you know it's good for what it is. So I'll say that. But Dinosaur hands down is better. Now a lot of people that have said or that I've read a lot of forums and blogs comparing Dinosaur to the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland, and they say that the ride, I mean, it's the same exact layout. Dinosaur and Indiana Jones are the same exact track layout, and people are just saying, dude, if you rode the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland, you would forget about Dinosaur because it's that much better, and it probably is. We never got to ride the Indiana Jones ride. The one time that we went to Disneyland, Indiana Jones was down for maintenance, and I was so
We were so
bummed.
mad
We were
about
so
it.
bummed out about it because that was one of the main rides that we were looking forward to riding. And this was back in 2012. I wish I would have done my research a little more to because typically they post the maintenance schedules for the certain rides and attractions, and they tell you it's going to be down from this time to this time. So we just went thinking that everything was going to be operational. But yeah, we were very, very bummed out. We did not get to ride Indiana Jones.
Look at I
So-
making. It's a white.
You want to go to the comments for a minute?
All right, so everyone's laughing about the story. Let's see. Rob said, so that's not thunder making that noise. Rob says, I love you guys even more.
Dave, road trip, Dave.
Rockin' Farter Coaster. Yes, I just said that. Awesome, Dave.
Rockin' Farter Coaster. Oh my goodness, man. That is epic. That's a t-shirt.
Yes. Ooh, that's a good idea. I need to grab a,
Oh my goodness,
I'll
man.
grab a crown because I
That-
can't reach the
Well,
pens.
no, I mean, I was half joking.
I know.
Oh my god, that's good. That's good, man. Rockin' Farter Coaster.
Rockin' Farter Coaster.
Wow.
Let's see. So Indiana Prodigy says Indiana Jones stunt show wins.
That's cool.
That's awesome, Brandon. Rob knows that Dino is one of your favorites.
Prodigy says Indiana Jones is so much fun, especially since I got to be an extra once on my last Disney trip. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if if you're a part of a show like that, that really, I feel like that would really elevate your love for that attraction even more if you're a part of it. Like
Absolutely.
that. So, Brandon, I can definitely understand why you pick Indiana Jones on that one. And we said this last time. We have our opinions. We're not wrong. You guys have your opinions. You guys aren't wrong. It's just kind of the way it is. And it's really, really fun to compare and contrast different opinions on and different experiences on a lot of these attractions. I mean, that's really the fun of it. So
Absolutely. Let's see here. And everyone's asking Brandon if there's footage. He does have footage of it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Love Family Productions is here, and they
Hey, Love
say,
Family, welcome.
"Hey guys, love the Braves jersey, Mike."
Thank you. Yeah, just repping my Braves, our first place Braves, at least for the moment. They were only like a half game up earlier. I don't know what they did earlier.
Good
job,
buddy.
A happy day.
All right, so the next one that I already
guys are
gave away,
awesome.
my
That's so funny.
answer is American Adventure or Carousel of Progress. I chose Carousel of Progress. I love the story that it tells and just like being able to sit down and relax and enjoy a good, I would call it a ride because you are moving.
Right.
And
It's a ride / show. Yeah.
just telling the story of how we progressed as a country.
It's a country as a family, really, because it really showcases the American family and how they progressed via technology and different advancements over basically like a century. So for me, Carousel of Progress against American Adventure. Carousel of Progress. This is a little tougher than I thought. This is kind of a tougher matchup. It was probably the toughest matchup in set one for me because the American Adventure over at the America Pavilion in Epcot and World Showcase is pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
And that it tells.
This is Chewy.
Chewy's made an appearance, folks.
What? We meet Chewy.
We did
but
meet Chewy.
Yeah, like I was saying, I mean, the American Adventure
Dylan,
it tells the story of how America has evolved and certain things that have happened to get us to where we are today. And some of the animatronics are absolutely amazing. Namely the Abraham Lincoln animatronic. Great show. But in terms of nostalgia, I got to give it to Carousel of Progress. We ride it almost every time we go to Magic Kingdom. And it's a 20+ minute attraction. But gosh, it's just so awesome. And Walt loved it. And it was kind of his baby at the World's Fair back in the day. And it's amazing for sure. Even it's so funny that last scene where they're doing like the virtual reality, and it's just kind of funny and cheesy, but in a good way, because we've kind of advanced so much further than what they've shown in that last scene. But I don't think I would change that scene, that last scene, because it really kind of showcases how far we've come and compared to the rest of the other scenes in the actual show.
Well, that goes right into what Brandon was asking. He asked if can you guys see a refurb coming to Carousel of Progress?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if they update anything, I think they would probably update that last scene maybe a little bit.
Well, and they might update animatronics and stuff slightly. But
because, I mean, that's part of the charm, is what Carousel of Progress is. I mean, and if they were to change anything, maybe that last scene. I mean, I don't know. But again, if they never changed it, I would be okay with it.
Can I have my Legos back?
So, all right.
When we're done, son.
Next matchup.
All right. So, Test Track or Finding Nemo?
The Finding Nemo show.
Yeah.
The show at Animal Kingdom.
Daddy, can find me my 2 Legos?
Sure, buddy. In just a second.
So, I actually, as much as I love theater, I chose Test Track on this one. So,
You
I do.
get my Legos?
I do absolutely
I'll be right back, guys.
on the table.
Okay.
Do absolutely love the Finding Nemo the show. However, Test Track is one I would seek out Festival of Lion King and Test Track way more than I would seek out the Finding Nemo show. So I chose Finding Nemo. This one was a really hard choice for me, and I'm sorry, not Finding Nemo. I chose Test Track. I said that earlier. This one was a really hard choice for me just because of the theater aspect of Finding Nemo and the way that is an amazing show. I just gravitate more towards Test Track, and I think that it's a really well done ride. I really like the update that they've done to Test Track. Wasn't very happy about it when it first started, when we first did it, but it's actually grown on me. The update to Test Track is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's actually grown on me.
Yeah.
But I chose Test Track.
Okay. Yeah, same for me. Test Track against Finding Nemo. Once again, most times I'm gonna pick a ride over a show every time. I mean, Test Track is amazing. The best part by far is the ending where you do the final test, the speed test,
Mm-hmm.
where you get you can get up to 65 miles an hour. And you're banking on those turns, and I mean, it's thrilling. It's great. The theming to the new Test Track is cool, very futuristic. But I have better memories of the old Test Track.
Yeah.
When they had the crash test dummies and just kind of the old school testing and what they did.
The queue was cooler too.
Yeah.
In the old Test Track.
It was really it was.
There's
cool,
more to
actually.
look at in that first section of the queue.
The thing is with the new one, I love the new theming. I love the futuristic aspect. I love that you can design your own car. So a lot of people don't really like that aspect. That a lot of people say that it's time consuming and a waste of time. But I think it adds kind of a cool element to kind of design your own car and see how it fares against the other designs. So I applaud Disney for that. It's a cool element. But yeah, Test Track all day over Finding Nemo, the show.
All right. So the next one is Space Mountain or the Teacups, the Mad Tea Party.
Yeah.
I chose Space Mountain on this one. So for Mike and I'm not trying to speak for both of us, but for Mike and I, we literally, when we get into the Magic Kingdom, we go one of two ways. We go to Splash Mountain
or Teacups
or Space Mountain. One of two directions. And it's usually Tomorrowland that we go to first because we try to save Space Mountain or Splash Mountain for when it's hotter.
Right.
But we will literally go to Space Mountain at Rope Drop, and we will literally ride it 3 or 4 times a piece or together, depending on if Dylan's with us or not, before we even do anything else. And that is a great way to start our Magic Kingdom Day.
Yeah, absolutely. Same for me. Space Mountain versus Mad Tea Party. Space Mountain all day. Again, I love rides that are in the dark, that are fast and thrilling. And granted, Space Mountain is not the fastest ride. I think the top speed is 27 miles an hour, but in the dark, it might as well be 87 miles an hour. Just the cue, the music that you hear when you first walk in, man, that's so nostalgic for me. And every time I hear it, man, it really takes me back. And I'm so just overtaken by it. And then the ride. Yeah, I mean, it is a little rough, but that's kind of the fun of it. Mad Tea Party. Listen, it's Mad Tea Party, okay? It's a fun little spinny ride,
it's a lot of fun.
Fantasyland. It's fun. But when you put it up against the big boys, Space Mountain, I mean, there's really no
I think
comparison.
Putting the Mad Tea Party up against any mountain, the mountain would win.
Yeah, exactly. So Space Mountain for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So the next one is Buzz Lightyear or Tomorrowland Speedway. I chose Buzz Lightyear. For me, having a ride that's interactive and you can actually shoot and you're just more involved in the ride process. It's so much fun for me over, I do love the Tomorrowland Speedway. It's, the problem I have with the Tomorrowland Speedway is the cars are so hard to control.
Oh man.
I don't feel like you
they're
have
tough.
good control over the cars, and you either have to mash on the gas.
Not even that. It's like controlling the steering wheel.
But it's like you can't just like push a tad. Like you actually have to like mash the gas and then you're like fighting the steering wheel. I feel like if you try to go this direction, the steering wheel wants to go over this way.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was an easy choice, and I chose Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear. That's in case you guys don't know, that was Dylan's all-time favorite Disney ride because we asked him earlier. So he didn't even hesitate
On his bracket.
on his bracket. Yeah. So Tomorrowland Speedway versus Buzz Lightyear for me. I picked Buzz Lightyear simply because I love interactive. I love dark rides. I love interactive shooter, dark ride type rides. And it's one of those rides where you don't have to shoot at all. You can just ride it as a dark ride and kind of enjoy the visuals and just kind of take it in. The Speedway, it's classic. It's fun to do with your kids, but I don't know. I mean, the fumes and the smells that it gives off, man. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can do without this.
I kind of think that if the Magic Kingdom rethemed the Speedway,
should be to like Cars.
It would be to like Cars or something super cool like
movie
that.
Cars, yeah.
And then it would kind of give it more of a, I don't know. I feel like in between Tomorrowland and Fantasyland, it's not really the best place
Right.
for the Tomorrowland
Right.
Speedway.
Yeah.
It just is. I don't feel like it fits in a futuristic Tomorrowland type of. I mean, Tron's going to be amazing, and I thought they were going to retheme.
I thought they were going to completely take out
Right.
the Speedway for Tron, but it turns
Right.
out that they're leaving it and they're building Tron in a completely different new area behind Space Mountain. So,
Right.
I mean, I understand the nostalgia behind the Speedway. It's just not my favorite. It's cool to ride with your kids, but outside of that, it doesn't do much for me. So, all right, this is a last matchup of set one.
Yep.
So go for it.
All right, so Stitch's Great Escape or Toy Story Midway Mania. So this is hands down Toy Story Midway Mania. I have not been a fan of Stitch's Great Escape since they rethemed the alien encounter to Stitch's Great Escape. I was actually very, very sad to see them take the alien encounter and turn it into what it is now.
I was very sad to see that.
It's very, very disappointing, and I feel like it wasn't a great call on Disney's part. However, Toy Story Midway Mania is another one of those super fun rides. It's really, really interactive. It tells a really fun story. It's great to go with your kids, and just watching Dylan ride that for the first time, even when he was a little bitty thing, and he was just so like
Right.
amazed by it.
Yeah.
It was incredible. So Toy
Yeah.
Story Midway Mania.
I'm going to throw a curveball. I picked Stitch's Great Escape, and that actually won this round for me.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No.
Oh.
No, I can't.
I
No.
was like, you
Man,
and I feel
listen.
the same way about
Listen.
Stitch. I don't understand.
Stitch's Great Escape it gets a reputation for being probably the worst attraction at Walt Disney World, and for good reason, just because of what it was. I picked Toy Story Midway Mania. Again, I love shooter rides and interactive dark rides, and Toy Story Midway Mania really upped their game on that because it's 3D and it's so immersive and interactive, which it does garner some pretty hefty wait times. But I mean, if you can get a fast pass for it, great. If not, you're probably going to be waiting at least an hour or more during the middle of the day. If you rope drop it, I mean, you could probably walk right on it. So.
Water inside of him.
Yeah, buddy.
No, buddy. Can
So,
you put him back so he can
Toy
dry?
Story Midway Mania for me.
Thank you.
All right, so that is the end of set one, and we're going to go to some comments here.
Adams Land says Jen's reaction was hilarious.
What?
What?
So, Road Trip Dave says Stitch's Great Escape is the equivalent of 64th seed from Division 3, sneaking in the bracket because they had a 9-9 season. Dave, I couldn't have said it any better, man. That's what it is. Discover the Magnet says, everyone please subscribe and smash the like button. Yeah, guys, please be sure and hit the like button, subscribe, share us out, all that good stuff. We appreciate it.
I was really surprised by that, by the way. The Stitch.
Yeah, I figured you would be.
I
I
was
figured everybody would
What?
be. Adam says Disney really needs to get rid of Stitch and do something better with that space. Agreed, Adam. There have been several rumors that are or articles that I've read within the past couple of years talking about making it into like a WALL-E, the Disney movie WALL-E, like
That'd
a
be
WALL-E
cool.
attraction or Inside Out
That would be
or
really
something
cool.
like that. But
Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6, anything other than Stitch.
And what?
And what do you got there?
I got Lego.
Yeah,
Stormtrooper Legos.
but yeah,
Really
they
cool.
could do so much better with that space. Which I think it's a seasonal attraction now.
Which
It's
is
not open
really,
year round. So
not only is it not open year round, but when it is open, it's not even open every day.
right,
It's like limited hours, which I think is strange. If you're going to do it that way, just get rid of it.
exactly, yeah. So that is it, guys. So
Ooh, that's cool.
we're at the Sweet 16.
Road Trip Dave says, Theme Lifers, choke slam the like button and make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Dave.
thanks, Dave. We appreciate it, buddy.
Rob says the latest rumors is that Stitch would be Wreck-It Ralph.
Or Wreck-It Ralph. That's another one. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think Disney eventually is going to have to do something with that.
They're going to have to do something with it.
Adam Sand says, I always go to Tomorrowland first, and Space Mountain or People Mover are usually my first rides of the day. Yeah, Adam, yeah, that's the thing. We go to Tomorrowland too, like first. And usually Space Mountain's kind of our first ride.
My Lego.
Adams Land also says Wall-E would make more sense for Tomorrowland rather than Inside Out. And then Rob Fuzz says, remember when Jen fell for the Stitch Mike scam pick?
Yeah, man, that was so long ago.
Yeah, it's forever ago.
Yeah. That was like a whole 2 minutes ago.
All right.
That was awesome.
So
You guys are awesome, man. Love Family Productions says Grandma needs to play a more modern video game at the end. Yeah, exactly. Love Family. That's funny.
we ready for the
Everybody's saying Chewy.
Sweet 16?
America, spread your golden wings. Love Family. I'm just trying to catch up here. Adam says, I'll say the old version of Test Track is better. Yeah, Adam, I agree, man. Overall, it's better. Let's see here. All right, I think we're. Love Family says, yes, first place feels good again. Yeah, for now. I mean, we're barely hanging on. I think we're like a half game in front. The Braves are, so
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, so we're at the Sweet 16, set 2.
All right.
So what is your matchup?
So my matchup is Tower of Terror or Figment.
Imagination?
Yeah, Imagination.
Journey to Imagination.
Yep.
Can
I-
you help me with these red
Just a minute,
pieces
bud.
I will
Okay.
help you in just a minute, buddy.
for this too?
I chose Tower of Terror for this one. As much as I do
I
love
got a
Journey
stormtrooper.
into
Look,
Imagination
I got a stormtrooper.
with
Stormtrooper
Figment.
right there. Lego Stormtrooper.
And look inside of him.
Yeah. As much as I love
And look, there's a face right here.
Yeah.
as much as I love Journey into Imagination with Figment,
Let me put this
I
helmet
really
back
love
on.
the Tower of Terror.
So
That
you
is like
can
a beeline for
shoot
us. We
something.
beeline it to the Tower of Terror.
Yeah,
Thank you. Can I have
usually
the
with
two
the Hollywood
pieces and all
Studios,
the
we
two?
either have a fast pass for Rock and Roller Coaster or Tower of Terror. It's one or the other, and we usually either beeline it to Tower of Terror or Rock and Roller Coaster. So, say if we have a fast pass for Rock and Roller Coaster, we'll beeline it to Tower of Terror, ride that first thing in the morning, and then we'll hop right over to our fast pass. But if we have fast passes for Tower of Terror, we'll beeline it to Rock and Roller Coaster first at rope drop, and then ride our fast pass for Tower of Terror. So.
Depending on what the wait is for Tower of Terror, if the Tower of Terror wait is only 5 minutes, we'll ride Tower of Terror and then go ride
Right,
Rock and Roller Coaster and then go back to our fast pass.
exactly.
Here, bud.
Yeah, so for me, Tower of Terror versus Journey to Imagination, Tower of Terror hands down, doesn't even compare. Now, if Tower of Terror were against the old Journey to Imagination,
Look at
that
this.
might have been a little tougher for me.
Look at this.
But Tower of Terror, the story, the theming, the thrill, the
I
scenery.
got some more.
Tower of Terror, hands down.
things to put
What's your
on.
next matchup?
All right, so my next mashup is
I need
match
this
up. Not
one.
well, I've been saying mashup for
Well,
like
you
a
can say
week.
mashup makes sense too. Your next mashup is what?
I just think of mashum when I say mashup.
Yeah.
I've been saying mashums for like a
Look,
week.
I
So
need this.
my next matchup is Everest or Cali River Rapids,
Whoa,
and
look
I
at this
chose
guy.
Yeah, buddy.
Expedition
Look at
Everest.
this
I
guy.
absolutely love Expedition Everest, even though we currently
Look at
have
this.
Dylan. Get off of the desk,
Come here,
please.
buddy.
Even though we currently have a Disco Yeti, I absolutely love
There
Expedition
has-
Everest.
There's been a rumor that's been gaining traction that I've heard about, that Disney is actually going to invest in fixing the Disco
Here.
Yeti and bringing it back to its normal original form. So
Here, bud.
if they do that, that will be absolutely epic. I mean, Everest is that good of a ride to where they can have the Disco Yeti and it's still a fantastic ride. And having the functional Yeti really puts it over the top. So,
By the way, Josh from Resort TV One is here.
hey, Josh, welcome. Resort TV One, another one of our partner channels. Thank you guys so much for coming in. They're amazing. They've really, really inspired us so much. And they just put out a new video today, basically talking about Epcot and giving a little bit of history on all of the classic Epcot attractions. And I know Josh and Jenna put a lot of hard work into that video. So yeah, be sure to check that out, guys. Again, Resort TV One. Most of you guys know who they are, and they're amazing. Thank you for coming in, Josh. We appreciate it, man.
Josh says, "Love the mics and new setup. Very
Thanks.
nice."
Thank you so much.
Thank you
We
so much,
appreciate that.
Josh.
Thank you.
Really quick, Discover the Magic wants to know when we're going back to Disney. So we're not really sure when we're going back as of right now, but we know for a fact that we're going to be there for the meetup in November.
Yes.
There's like this epic YouTube channel meetup that Dreamers Empire Dave is putting on for
Dean.
Dean
Yeah.
is putting on for the resort hoppers. And so we're going to be there for that meetup for sure. 100% for sure.
Yeah.
As far as are we going back before then? We're not really sure yet.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys posted. Now, our annual pass is actually expired at the end of June. So, as you guys know, those are quite pricey. But we're planning. We're not just planning Disney trips. We're planning other theme parks. You know, like Carowinds, Busch Gardens, SeaWorld. We want to make it up to Cedar Point in Ohio, Six Flags Magic Mountain in California. Go back to Disneyland. It's been 6 years since we've been to Disneyland in California. So yeah, a lot on the horizon for us.
Yeah, we're also planning a cruise for next year and all that stuff. So
Disney cruise.
yeah, we just have
For
to
next year.
figure out where our next Disney trip, besides the one in November, is going to fit into
Right.
all of that.
Exactly.
All right. So the next matchup that we have is
I got you again.
Mission Space.
Well, I didn't.
Oh, I'm
say
sorry.
mine,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So Everest, Cali River Rapids, Everest for me. I mean, Everest is, even with the Disco Yeti, like I said earlier, it bar none. It blows Cali River Rapids out of the water. I mean, literally.
Disco.
Cali River Rapids is great. I mean, the theming is great and the story behind it, but I just feel like it falls a bit short compared to Everest. So Everest, hands down.
Absolutely.
So go ahead.
All right. So let's see. The next next matchup is Mission Space or Big Thunder Mountain. I chose Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. So for this one, Big Thunder has the nostalgia to me, and I absolutely just love Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah. So what made you put it over Mission Space? Like exactly
The storyline, the theming,
everything.
the immersion, even though Mission Space, so spinny rides in general for me make me a little woozy.
Right.
And so
Yes,
because of
it's
that
too.
reason, I chose Big Thunder.
Gotcha.
Put it back, please.
So yeah, same matchup for me. Mission Space versus Big Thunder. I picked Big Thunder. Again, I love Love roller coasters. Mission Space is a great ride. We've ridden both the orange and the green side, and orange is obviously the most intense. And there's been a few times where I've ridden orange and I've come off a little bit queasy. And there's nothing worse than coming off a ride, being very queasy and kind of having that sick feeling. And I never get that with Big Thunder. I mean, Big Thunder is amazing. It's classic and it's fun. Again, especially at night. If you can ride it at night and time it with the fireworks or like Happily Ever After, I mean, it's a great ride.
Absolutely.
So yeah, really no contest for me on that one.
Yeah. So my next matchup is Dumbo and the Haunted Mansion. This one, hands down, was the Haunted Mansion for me.
Yeah.
Again, Dumbo's another one of those spinny rides. It is the best of the spinny rides, in my opinion. However, I think that the Haunted Mansion is a Disney classic. And it is something that I will always remember when I think of Magic Kingdom. It's one of those things that even if it goes away at some point, which I don't know if it will, but it is something that I will always remember.
Nice. That's awesome. Let's see here. What was it?
It was Haunted Mansion or Dumbo.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna say mine, and then we'll go to the comments. We've got some pretty interesting comments here. So my matchup for this round was or this set or this matchup in particular was Swiss Family Treehouse versus Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion all the way. The only reason that Swiss Family Treehouse made it through this far was because it was matched up against Dumbo. And for me, I'm not like a huge fan of the spinny rides. Granted, Dumbo's classic, but I guess I kind of appreciate what they tried to do with the Swiss Family Treehouse. Yeah, it's an elaborate queue. It is, and there's a lot of walking, a lot of steps, all that good stuff. But yeah, against Haunted Mansion, hands down. I mean, the theming, the story, the special effects. I mean, just the ride system, the pre-show, it's classic. I mean, how could you not go with Haunted Mansion? So, all right, so we're gonna go to some of the comments now. So let's go.
All right, let's see here.
Let's see here. Rob Fuzz says, "Remember when Jeff?" You already read that one. Okay. Adam Sand is saying Tower of Terror of Imagination. Yeah, absolutely. T-Town Mary Ellen says, "Cool Stormtrooper, Dylan." Yeah, he got that for his birthday yesterday during his party. So,
and I spent a good 25 minutes putting it together.
Yeah. Adam says, "Dylan's got more. He's always got more." Yeah, Josh, like you said, hey there, love the mics and you set up very nice. Yeah, Josh, thank you so much. You know, we kind of wanted to kind of up our game a little bit, up the ante, so to speak. Obviously for the podcast and for our live stream. So thank you so much. Everybody's saying hey to Josh.
We might have to make it a point to go out when Adam's there.
Oh yeah, that's
Adam will be there in October to November 2nd, which will miss him just by a week if we go on the 10th.
This is next year though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This has already been talked about. Yes, so we're definitely going to meet up with Adam. Rob Fuzz says about Josh's video, Resort TV1's video, says the new video is epic. I can't wait till part 2. Yeah, again, you can tell Josh and Jenna did such a great job with that video, and they definitely put a lot of work into it. And part 2 is going to be awesome for sure. I mean, that camera, the Sony camera, that the little light 4K camera that Josh has is amazing. I mean, you can clearly see the difference in video quality. I mean,
And what did I got?
especially on Spaceship Earth.
It's a stormtrooper.
There's a stormtrooper again.
It will shoot something.
Adam's Land says I'm aiming for Florida for 2 weeks from October 19th, 2019 to November 2nd. Yeah, so next year.
2019, got it.
Let's see here.
The stormtrooper fell off.
Road Trip Day says, Josh, your Epcot video is just superb. Fantastic job as always. Yeah, Dave, exactly. Great job. I mean, you could definitely tell they put a lot of work into that.
These are guns.
Josh Resort Team 1 says, thanks guys. We had so much fun making that video. I got 3 hours of sleep last night because it wasn't finished until 3:30. Wow, Josh, that's crazy. Labor of love, right? Exactly. Let's see here. Road Trip Dave says, absolutely, Josh. Carowinds, Jen and Mike waiting for y'all. Yes. That is on the docket, Dave. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. I promise you that much. So Carowinds, I haven't been there in a good 10 years.
It's something that we talk about all the time that we need to figure out when we're going to go.
Exactly. So can't wait to get back to Carowinds and meet up with you, Dave, for sure. Let's see here. Road Trip Dave says, Josh, dude, definitely get some sleep tonight. Yeah, Josh, that's definitely a labor of love in that video, and your hard work definitely shows. I mean, but yeah, dude, just get some sleep so you can be good. You can be good for your live stream next Friday, dude, for sure. Discover the Magic says November. Yeah, I'll have to remember that. Yeah, there's a big meetup going on in November, so everybody's welcome.
Discover the Magic says it looks like we're having an earthquake there because Dylan was leaning on the computer desk.
Oh, sorry, guys.
So it was.
Sorry
I'm sorry, guys.
That's what happens when we have a toddler running around. Let's see here. Road Trip Dave says, wow, Big Thunder and Mission Space would be so tough. Yeah, Dave, for me, it wasn't as tough as I thought it would be. Just because, I mean, Big Thunder is absolutely amazing to me.
Hey.
The queue and the story behind it, and just how wacky and crazy it is. And it's a longer ride. So, I mean, Mission Space is awesome. Don't get me wrong, it really is. But Resort Team 1 says Mission Space exclusives because it replaced Horizons. That sums it up right there. Horizons was a fantastic ride.
I don't think I ever rode a Horizons. I don't
ridden
remember riding
it. It was years ago, but I remember being blown away by it.
Maybe.
But yeah, for that reason and that reason alone, yeah, Mission Space loses every time. Adam says after midnight here, so it is now August 20th. It is officially Ebony's 9th birthday. Oh, that's awesome!
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Ebony! Ebony's awesome. Her dad, Adam, is awesome. Wow. Ebony has her own YouTube channel, and Dylan has his own Mickey ears. Yeah, Ebony's little channel. Guys, go check her out. She actually did her own Alton Towers vlog. So, Adam did his own Alton Towers vlog on Adam's Land. Ebony did her own vlog for Alton Towers. So it was really cool to kind of see two different perspectives at Alton Towers. So happy birthday, Ebony.
Yes, happy birthday, Ebony.
That's awesome.
And Adam posted a link to Ebony's little channel. If you guys want to check it out, it's in the comments.
Yes. Awesome.
Please stop, Dylan.
So let's see here. Everybody saying happy birthday to Ebony.
And look at this Stormtrooper's gun.
Yeah, Discover the Magic looks like you have an earthquake. Yeah, the earthquake is a toddler. Hey, Dylan, come here, buddy. Come here, bud.
You got to get off that desk, baby. The earthquake is a toddler.
Discover the Magic says, yes, Josh definitely puts a lot of effort and hard work into his content and channel. Yeah, absolutely. Day in and day out. Hard work definitely pays off, for sure. So, excuse me, guys.
So what was your last answer?
Well, Resort Team 1 says, all right, guys, got to go for now.
Put it back.
Have a great week. Awesome. Thank you, Josh, for stopping in. Have an awesome week, man. We appreciate you stopping in. So, all right. What was your last matchup?
I was asking you what your last matchup was.
It was
Haunted Mansion.
Swiss Family Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion for me.
All right. So my next matchup is Splash Mountain and Rock and Roller Coaster.
See, that's a tough one.
This one's a toughie. It's a toughie. However, I gave it to Splash Mountain. Again, for the theming.
I'll be back, guys.
And the nostalgia behind it. And all of that. Splash Mountain was definitely a favorite for me. It is a favorite for me, I should say. We absolutely love Splash Mountain. It was ridiculously hard for me to choose between the two, though, because as much as I love roller coasters, Splash Mountain, to me, that storyline is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. So sorry for the earthquake, guys. Dylan was being a little crazy. Let's see here. While we're waiting on Mike, I'm going to read some more of the comments. Let's see. Bye, Josh. Have a good week. Discover the Magic says, happy birthday, Ebony. Pirate Princess Red says, have a good week, Josh. Red Trip Dave, Josh, have a good week back at school. Our kids are starting tomorrow. Dave, your kids start school tomorrow? Wow, your summer's over. Their summer's over. That's crazy. It's sad. But I can honestly say that Dylan not being in school right now is it's hectic. Hectic is about the only way I can describe it. He will be in kindergarten for the first time. Well, not for the first time. Not like you go to kindergarten more than once, but he'll be in kindergarten this time next year, and I'm super excited for him, but I'm also very sad because he's my baby. So very sad that their summer is over. Yeah, I don't really like this time of year either. Discover the Magic says, you two are totally awesome. Thank you, Discover the Magic. We think you're awesome. We love having you guys in here. And I just love getting on and chatting with you guys. It's like our happy place. We are still in the process of getting my house back in order after having 20 extra people in my house yesterday for a birthday party. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And guess what? It was a Disney theme. It was Star Wars theme because Dylan loves Star Wars, as you can tell by his Star Wars Legos that I spent an hour putting together because these pieces are itty bitty. Let's see here. Ebony goes back to school in early September. Our summer holidays in the UK run later than yours from July through September. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I think that going back in September here would be a little bit better because it's not as hot. I think having the summer during when it's so super hot, it would be, like you have more fun because you can go to the beach and the pool more often and all that stuff. But Discover the Magic says, yeah, we definitely enjoy the fellowship too. Absolutely love it. I love being able to just sit and chat with you guys. Pirate Princess Red says, happy birthday, Dylan. Thank you. So his birthday is actually on the 28th of August, but we did it yesterday because my sister is actually in town. She leaves tomorrow for a flight to the other side of the world. So we decided to have his party yesterday.
Sorry, guys. Daddy duty there.
Yep. Adams Land says 28th is the day we fly back from Paris.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
I want to go to Paris.
Yeah, I know they're.
Can we go to Disneyland Paris?
I'd love to one day. I'd love to. I know Adam is live streaming there, right?
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
That's going to be amazing.
All right, so mine was Splash or Rock and Roller Coaster, and I chose Splash.
This was tough for me. A little tougher than I thought. But I had Splash Mountain versus Rock and Roller Coaster. I picked Splash Mountain simply because it's a longer ride. It tells a better story. And Splash Mountain is just amazing. Pitted up against Rock and Roller Coaster. I love roller coasters. It's amazing. It's intense. It's in the dark. It is a little short, but for me, I had to go with Splash Mountain. So, so what is your next matchup?
All right, so my next mashup. I've been saying mashums. Dylan plays with mashums.
Yeah.
And I've been saying mashums. Anyway, my next matchup is Dinosaur or Carousel of Progress. Again, this one was a hard one because I love both of them, but I chose Dinosaur more for the thrill aspect of it.
Yeah, same matchup for me. Dinosaur versus Carousel of Progress. A few of you guys know that I love Dinosaur. So I had to pick Dinosaur.
Just a few people know that.
Just for the thrill factor, and it has dinosaurs. It's loud. It's awesome. It is a bit weird. Some people said it is a bit weird in terms of the story, and it doesn't make sense here and there. But I feel like that's kind of like the charm to it. So, I mean, Carousel of Progress is a great ride / show. But just going with my gut, I had to pick Dinosaur over Carousel.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So my next one was Test Track or Space Mountain.
See, that's tough.
Another toughie. However, I chose Space Mountain over Test Track. And for me, I think it's because it is at my favorite park.
Okay.
Over the two. So,
but in terms of like pitted against each other, why do you like Space over Test Track?
Well, they're both dark rides. Number one, I love dark rides. Space Mountain again is a nostalgia. I rode it with my dad again when I was younger. I think my grandfather rode it too, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's more the nostalgia behind it than anything. And the fact that like I can go to a spa, for example, and hear like the soft music. And sometimes I feel like I hear the cue for Space Mountain, and I'm like, I'm home.
Yeah,
I'm home.
Yeah, that cue music is awesome for sure. I mean, Test Track's cue music is awesome. I really like it. The new cue music for sure. So same matchup, Test Track versus Space Mountain. This is a little tougher for me, but I had to go with the nostalgia. I had to go with the ride that really just stood out to me. I had to pick Space Mountain.
I knew it.
Test Track is a great ride. I do like the older one better. The newer one's awesome too. Now, had this been pitted against the old Test Track, it may have been a little bit of a different story. But Space Mountain is amazing. The theming, the queue, and just that dark ride, roller coaster aspect, thrilling, not knowing where you're going. I mean, it's classic Disney, Magic Kingdom, Tomorrowland. So Space Mountain for me.
I think my favorite part of Space Mountain is when you're going in like the black hole. That woo. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The black hole.
Yeah, there's a black hole in Space Mountain.
You're talking about like the red lights and all that?
No, there's an actual black hole because Space Mountain is based on.
Oh, you're talking about during the actual dark segment.
Yes, the dark segment. You're going in the hole. It feels like you're just going round and yeah, you're going in through the black hole is what I call it. That's my favorite part, I think, of the whole ride.
I don't know if it's called the black hole, but I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You're smelling what I'm stepping in?
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Adam's Land says if we ever do go to Paris, you'd better come to the UK too.
Absolutely, Adam.
We have to.
It's been really a dream of mine to do, and I've mentioned this to you guys before, an international theme park tour. Just traveling overseas for a month, 2 months at a time, and going to every international theme park that I can dream of. And just experiencing that. So that's like my bucket list. Like,
I just want to get out of the U.S. for a little bit.
Yeah, well, you go off on our cruise next year.
Because I've never been out of the country.
That's just kind of like my dream, like trip. I don't know, but yeah, definitely want to go to the UK, Adam. If we're in Paris, I know it's not a very long ride.
It's not
from Paris to the UK. So absolutely, Adam.
We totally will. All right, so
this is the last matchup in set 2.
Yep.
Last matchup of Sweet 16.
All right, so my last two are Buzz Lightyear and Midway Mania. This one was another hard one because for me,
two shooter rides.
The two rides, they're shooter rides. They're very similar in like,
and they're both Toy Story.
Exactly. Oh my goodness, I didn't even think of that. I didn't think of that when I was thinking of my favorite. But I chose Toy Story Midway Mania over Buzz Lightyear here. I really like the fact that Toy Story Midway Mania is all these different games that you play.
Yeah.
Instead of just like
the carnival style.
Going after Zorg.
Zerg. Yeah. The
Zerg.
evil Emperor
Hashtag Zorg.
Zerg, not Zorg. Zerg. Z-U-R-G, not Zorg. Zorg sounds like a Star Trek character or something.
But
That's
yeah,
funny.
I choose Toy Story Midway Mania on this one.
Okay. Yeah, same matchup. Buzz Lightyear versus Toy Story Mania. I picked Toy Story Mania because of the different games, the 3D immersion. Just really kind of set it over the edge for me. Pitted up against Buzz Lightyear. I mean, Buzz Lightyear is a great ride. I just think Toy Story takes it to that next level with the 3D technology and the different little games you can play. So, Toy Story for me.
All right, so we're on
Excuse me, guys. I'm still getting over a cold here.
the 8.
Yeah, so we are at the Elite 8.
Okay. My first matchup in the Elite 8.
So we're going to go to some comments before.
Yeah, we'll go to some comments. Let's see here. Discover the Magic says, yeah, Magic Kingdom is my favorite park too. That's awesome.
Nice. Ours too.
Good job, buddy.
Can I have my bubbles?
Yeah, just a second. Okay.
Later, okay. The next one is, let's see, where are we? Adams Land. There used to be a ride at Alton Towers called the Black Hole, which is a roller coaster in the dark, a bit like Space Mountain. It wasn't quite as good as Space Mountain, but it was still great.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
Very
awesome.
Cool. Very
And then
cool.
he says, Manchester to Paris is an hour flight.
Yeah, it's like an hour flight, and or a like an hour and a half, 2 hour train ride.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then Discover the Magic says, I've been to almost every country there is, but definitely was nice to come back home.
Wow, so you're quite the traveler. Discover the Magic. That's awesome. Very cool. Good stuff. All right, so we're caught up with the chat, I think, for the most part. Again, thank you guys so much for coming on. We're getting through this. We're in the Elite 8. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. So, set 3. What is your first matchup?
Tower of Terror, Expedition Everest.
That is tough.
Oh, this is so hard. As much as I love both of them, I went with Everest.
Okay.
So I went with Everest because it's a roller coaster over a drop ride. As much as I do like drop rides, I feel like roller coasters are more thrilling for me.
Yeah.
So Expedition Everest.
Wow. This was very tough for me. I probably debated over this for a good 15 to 20 minutes before I made my final decision. The Tower of Terror and Everest are two of my favorites.
Was that yours as well?
Well, I'm getting to it.
Oh.
Okay. Tower of Terror, some of the best theming and storytelling in all of Walt Disney World, and the drop ride sequence. The drop sequence is just. I love the feeling of being breathless and kind of the drops kind of take your stomach a little bit. I love that feeling. And Everest, one of the best themed rides, tells a great story. The backwards portion of the roller coaster is absolutely
It's amazing.
Amazing. But they still have the Disco Yeti. And I've ridden this ride when the Yeti was fully functioning. And it doesn't, like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't draw too much from the ride from my perspective. I kind of give it a pass because I'm so used to the Disco Yeti because it's been around for so long. But if they had the Yeti fully functional and working the way it should, Everest would just be top tier for me. But because of that reason, I chose Tower of Terror.
Ooh.
I chose Tower of Terror simply because it was the more complete ride for me. I feel more immersed in the story. I feel more immersed in the ride itself. The story starts from the time you walk up to the ride or you're looking up at it to the time you get off. But the same could be said about Everest, but I just feel like that the Tower of Terror is its own entity. You're walking up to it, you really know that you're about to get involved into something very, very immersive and thrilling and exciting. And for me, Tower of Terror over Everest again. The Disco Yeti is below, is subpar at best, and I had to put Tower of Terror over it. So yeah. Next matchup for you.
All right. So my next matchup was Big Thunder Mountain and Haunted Mansion. Again, this is another toughie for me because I really, really love both of them and I seek out both of them. However, because of the nostalgia and the memories that I have with Big Thunder Mountain, I had to go with Big Thunder Mountain. Again, not only is it the memories from when I was a child, but the memories of Mike and I's first trip to Disney together and riding Big Thunder Mountain during the parades at nighttime and it basically being a walk-on.
That was awesome.
Which was incredible. And we rode it at night and it was like dark out. So to me, it just made the ride that much more thrilling. So I chose Big Thunder.
Nice. Awesome. So Big Thunder, next matchup for me, Big Thunder Mountain, Haunted Mansion. That was the same one you had, right? Listen, I'm more of a thrill type of guy. I really appreciate rides like the Haunted Mansion and what they bring to the table and how much nostalgia is behind the ride and what that ride does for Disney. I mean, it's a Disney classic. There's a ton of people out there that will say Haunted Mansion is their hands down favorite attraction, simply for the nostalgia and the special effects and the ride system and just the overall appeal to it. But pitted up against Big Thunder, I picked Big Thunder, simply because I've ridden this ride at night, and I've ridden this ride at the same time that the fireworks were going off, back when it was Wishes.
Yep.
On a clear night, stars in the sky.
Such an awesome time to ride
if you time it just right, I mean, I don't think there's a better ride experience at night. I don't think there's any better than Big Thunder at night. I mean, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is probably up there too. I've never ridden Seven Dwarfs at night.
No, we haven't.
So I can't attest to that, but Big Thunder, you know exactly what you're gonna get every time. I mean, you're gonna scream your head off and just have a great time. So for me, Big Thunder.
Yeah. All right. So the next one for me was, let's see, we're at Splash and Dinosaur. Again, another really hard matchup. I feel like this whole half of this bracket
it definitely gets tougher.
Really, really hard. So Splash and Dinosaur, I love the storyline of both of them. I chose Splash Mountain though. Again, this is the nostalgia behind it for me. We rode this one during the electrical parade.
We rode it during the electrical parade. Rest in peace, electrical parade at night at Magic Kingdom, because generally the best time to ride rides like late in the day or even afternoon is during a parade.
Right.
And that parade was going on at the time, and Splash Mountain was a walk-on during that time.
And there was we call it phantom or ghost cars in front of us and behind us.
Oh yeah, both logs behind us.
The one in front and the one behind us.
Yeah, exactly.
Were both empty, and we were the only two people in our log.
Which was a little bit. It
was
a little creepy.
But at the same time, it was so cool because we got to experience the ride just the two of us. Not just the two of us with everybody else in the log. Literally just the two of us. It was really cool. So for me, I chose Splash Mountain.
Awesome. So yeah, I'll pick my matchup and then we'll go to the comments for just a second, guys. So my matchup was Splash Mountain versus Dinosaur. And this was probably the toughest matchup for me out of the entire bracket, because both of these rides are near and dear to my heart. Splash Mountain, I mean, the storyline, again, it's a longer ride. has some great, fantastic views. If you ride it at night, if you time it during the fireworks, that's another great ride to ride at night during fireworks. If you, obviously, you guys probably knew that, but the animatronics and storytelling never gets old for me. The smells of the water, and just the smells in general of the ride. Because I mean, let's be honest. I mean, smells on Disney rides are just epic, you know, in more ways than one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But,
literally, the smells are epic on the rides.
But and Dinosaur again, guys. I love dark, thrilling rides, and I love dinosaurs. So, Splash Mountain versus Dinosaur again was the toughest matchup for me. But at the end of the day, I went with my gut, and I picked Splash Mountain over Dinosaur. It was not easy, but I pegged it down. Okay, what ride offers more? What ride do I have better memories on? And obviously, the one that Jim was talking about, the first time that we went to Disney together, and riding it with her during the parade, and just every ride. I mean, I love Splash Mountain. That's a must do for me, and Dinosaur's a must do for me too, or for us at Animal Kingdom. But I had to go with Splash over Dinosaur. I had to.
Yep.
All right.
We have one more. Should we just do that one and then read the comments?
Yeah, that sounds good. So, what's your?
So my last matchup was Space Mountain or Toy Story Midway Mania. I chose Space Mountain for this one. I love a good roller coaster. I love a good dark roller coaster. And so Space Mountain for me takes it.
Yeah. So the Toy Story Mania 3D shooting didn't quite do it for you to put it over Space.
Right.
Gotcha.
As much as I love this shooting, I will ride Space Mountain over Toy Story.
Yeah.
If the wait's long, I don't have to ride Toy Story Midway Mania. If the wait is long for Space, I will wait for it.
Yeah. Yeah, same matchup for me. Space Mountain. This is the last matchup in the Elite Eight. So after this matchup, we're going to the Final Four, guys. So Space Mountain versus Toy Story Mania. This was a no-brainer for me. Space Mountain all the way. Listen, Toy Story Mania is a great ride. It's a great shooter ride. 3D technology. The different carnival games is fun. But some of the wait times can get very lengthy. And, I think some might be disappointed for waiting for this ride for 2+ hours and then riding it. I mean, it's a great ride. By the time you get on the ride, if you're waiting for it for 2+ hours, you're already tired. So I feel like, at least for me, I know for rides in the past, I've waited 2, 3, 4 hours for rides in the past. And I've actually gotten to the ride. I'm just so mentally exhausted that I feel like I don't enjoy the ride as much as I could have if I waited 15, 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, not only that, but it's very kid friendly. So there's always kids screaming.
Kids screaming
in the line.
Dylan
in the
loves
queue.
it. Yeah.
I mean, he loves it, but we always have like kids screaming. There's always, every time I've ridden it and waited in the actual queue, not the fast pass line, there's been some kind of smell, trash.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I had to go with
Toy Story Mania is probably, it's one of the best shooter, if not the best shooter attraction in Orlando. Although there is one that I think kind of rivals it, but we're not going to get it. That's in another park. We're not going to get into that today. But Space Mountain for me.
Oh, nice.
So, all right. So we're at the Final Four, guys. Wow.
Let's go to
awesome. So let's go to the comments for a minute.
So Adams Land says Tower of Terror over Everest purely for the theme and story.
Absolutely, yes.
Discover the Magic says, yeah, I can't wait for the Yeti monster to be repaired.
There's heavy rumor that they're going to fix the Yeti, which I think
now that
Pandora is open, I think they can get Animal Kingdom can kind of get away with shutting down Everest for a period of time because you do have Pandora now.
Yep.
Before, you didn't have it, it would be probably a pretty big blow to shut down Everest for months on end. But I don't think it would be as bad now with Pandora.
Yeah. So Discover the Magic says, yay, Big Thunder. And then, although I do love the Haunted Mansion, a classic for sure. All the smells, wow.
Yeah.
So
For
true.
sure.
That's another thing that we think of when we think of nostalgia is the smells of the rides.
Absolutely.
Road Trip Dave says, boy, my kids are weepy since school is starting tomorrow. Be right back again. One more to put to bed.
No worries,
Aw.
Dave. No worries, man.
Adams Land says, Splash versus Dinosaur. If you pick Dinosaur, Mike, you're dead to me.
Oh, but I didn't. And then he says, see, Mike, I knew I liked you for a reason. That
Nice.
was tough. Like I said, that was probably the toughest matchup for me in the bracket, the entire bracket.
Mm-hmm. Discover the Magic says, Splash Mountain, yay. I love the smell of bromine.
Yeah. Bromine. However, yeah.
And then Discover the Magic says, yeah, Dinosaur is awesome too. The track is the same as Indiana Jones.
Exactly.
It is the same as Indiana Jones in California.
Yeah.
Indiana
Disneyland.
Jones is basically Dinosaur.
But with
only different
theming.
theming,
Yeah, which
right.
we didn't get right. I touched on that earlier.
Yeah. Road Trip Dave says Space Mountain for the win for certain. Discover the Magic. Can't wait for Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, we're looking forward to Guardians of the
I mean, I'll
Galaxy.
be honest. Yeah,
I'm also looking forward to Tron.
Tron. I wasn't too upset that they got rid of Ellen's Energy Adventure.
No.
Honestly, I mean, I have some good memories from that, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do with Guardians of the Galaxy. So,
Viapre Project came in.
Hey, what's
Viapre.
up? What's up, Ed and Mindy? Welcome, guys.
Adams Land says, yeah, I agree with Space Mountain here.
Yes.
Let's see. Everyone is saying hi to Viapre Project. Let's see.
Excuse me, guys.
Viapre Project says, love doing the Disney bracket. We are having a blast with
It's a
it
lot
so
of
far.
fun. It's a ton of fun.
Viapre Project says, what's the final four right now?
So yeah, we're going to get to that here in just a second. We're
Yep.
going to catch up a little more, and we will definitely narrow down the final four for both of us.
And for those of you that have come on since we started, Mike has done his own bracket and I've done my own bracket. We're in the second 32 of the bracket. So there's 64 attractions overall in the bracket. We
Yep.
broke both of our brackets in half, and we're doing the second half of both of our brackets. So we'll find out who the winner is.
Yeah.
Well, we're each going to have a winner. There may not be a winner between the two of us because I don't know if we'd agree on it. I'm just kidding.
Exactly. All Central Florida's here. Welcome, James. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
But that's the reason we did two separate brackets is because we have two different opinions on everything. So.
Yeah, Adam says you actually see the Yeti much better if you ride Everest at night rather than in the day.
That's actually pretty true.
Yeah. I've only ridden Everest once at night, and the Yeti did seem a little bit more vivid, I think, at night.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Tron all day, every day, all Central Florida says. I cannot wait for Tron. I cannot wait for that attraction. That's probably the attraction I'm looking forward to the most out of all of the recently announced attractions. The ones that they announced back at the expo back last year. So, yeah, Tron is definitely the one I'm looking forward to the most.
That's right. Road Trip Dave says, Discover the Magic. Absolutely looking forward to Guardians. And Tron is going to be epic, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to have two awesome, excuse me, guys.
Two awesome rides coming.
Two awesome roller coasters. Sorry, guys. I'm getting over a cold. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. Let's see here. Are we all caught up?
I think everybody's saying hi to James.
Awesome.
Discover the Magic says, oh, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, that's bittersweet. The Great Movie Ride, them getting rid of that.
We're sad it's gone.
Was kind of a blow. It was kind of a blow. Was not very happy about it, but I'm generally a glass half full type of guy, so I'm looking forward to seeing like what they're going to do with it. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. The ride technology is, they're calling it 2.5D.
Yeah.
Not 3D, 2.5D. Basically, you do not need 3D glasses to view the actual imagery of the ride. I guess it's set in a way to where it's like 3D, but not as 3D as it would be with glasses. But
Yeah.
it's kind of a new technology that I guess I don't know if it's like they're
I'm
testing
excited
it
to
out
see
or
it.
like, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with it.
Yeah. Let's see. All Central Florida says, which Space Mountain, not so scary, is awesome? Space Mountain Pitch Black.
Okay.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
We rode, we were in Disneyland. We rode Ghost Galaxy. Was
Yeah,
it
we
Ghost
rode-
Galaxy during Halloween?
Ghost
It was
Galaxy.
themed to Ghost Galaxy. That was pretty awesome.
It was
That was
really
pretty
cool.
fun. Discover the Magic says, yeah, tell me about it. I know, right? Let's see here. All Central Florida says 2.5D is just special video effects. Yeah, exactly. Where the movement is rendered in real time to your car. Yeah, James. So I don't know if there's any other 2.5D rides out there. I don't know enough about 2.5D to really give a honest opinion on it, but from what they're saying, it's supposed to be some sort of revolutionary technology, and it's supposed to be good. You know, I think Runaway Railway is either going to be a hit or miss. I think either people are going to love it or they're going to hate it.
Right.
That's just my opinion on it, but I really hope it's a hit. I really hope it does well.
Yeah. All right. So we ready for the final four?
All right. Yeah. So what are your final four?
All right. So final four. Can we just list the final four?
List your final four.
Everest, Big Thunder Mountain, Splash, and Space.
That's pretty solid.
Ooh, that's a really solid list, but it's such a hard round for me.
So wait, you had all three mountains from Magic Kingdom?
Yep.
So did I.
That's crazy.
So Jen and I both have all three mountains from Magic Kingdom in our final four. So my final four are as follows: Tower of Terror, Big Thunder, Splash Mountain, and Space Mountain. Those are my final four. So
I have all four of the mountains.
three. Well, what other mountain do you have?
Everest, Expedition Everest.
Well, Everest, that's a
Mount
mountain.
Everest.
Yeah, technically.
Technically, it's a mountain.
Technically, yeah. So, there you go. So, what is your first matchup of set 4?
Everest and Big Thunder. Such a really, really, really hard choice. But again, because of the nostalgia, I went with Big Thunder.
Okay.
I've said it probably a few times. I rode it for the first time that I remember when I was 8 years old with my dad. We went for the 25th anniversary when the castle was all decorated in that hideous birthday cake.
That's when I went for the first time, too.
Yeah. And so that was the first time I rode it. And I just have very, very fond memories of riding it with my dad. That's like the main memory that sticks out more than anything is that and a couple with my grandpa. But with my dad, that's the biggest memory that sticks out. So I have to go with Big Thunder just for nostalgia.
Nice. Yeah. So my first matchup of my final four is Tower of Terror versus Big Thunder. Now, this one was not as hard as I thought it would be. I love a ride that tells a story from start to finish that thrills me and excites me and keeps me wanting to get on the ride over and over and over again and constantly seek it out. Tower of Terror, Big Thunder, I went with Tower of Terror. Just because of the memories I have with it, just the drop sequences, again, the special effects and the story that it tells, and incorporate the Twilight Zone. Big Thunder only went so far for me. Granted, I love roller coasters. I love highly themed roller coasters. I love Big Thunder at night. But when you're putting it up against Tower of Terror, no contest for me. Tower of Terror over Big Thunder. So with that being said, Tower of Terror moves on to my final two.
Yep.
So what is your second matchup for your final four?
Splash and Space. Again, this was another hard one for me because I love both of these and they're so different in so many different ways. But I mean, they're amazing rides. They both tell amazing stories. I went with Splash mainly because the storytelling there is better.
Yeah. And I have the same matchup: Splash Mountain versus Space Mountain. For me, kind of the same thing that I said during the first matchup of the Final Four. Ultimately, I'm going to pick a ride that tells a better story, that really entertains me from start to finish, and really gives me that Disney classic feel in terms of smells, nostalgia, animatronics, just overall experience. Splash Mountain versus Space Mountain, I had to give it to Splash all day. Again, Space Mountain only goes so far for me. I love the queue area. I love the music. I love just the zany, in the dark roller coaster elements, not knowing where you're going. But again, when you put it up against a ride like Splash Mountain, for me, Splash Mountain wins all day for me. So there you have it, guys. So what are your final two? And then we'll you say your final two. I'll say my final two, and then we'll read some comments.
Okay. So my final two, do you want me to say the winner too?
No, just your final two.
Okay. My final two is Big Thunder and Splash.
Okay. Now remember, guys, this is round. This is round two. Our winner of round two. We just to recap, we did round one last Saturday. Is this going to be an argument over the final pick? Maybe. We'll see.
This is why we did two
That's
separate
funny.
brackets.
We did round one, which is the first 32 attractions. And just to recap, People Mover, TTA/People Mover won for me for the first round. What was your winner for the first round? Just to recap.
Festival of Lion King.
Okay, so a show.
Over
So her round one winner was
Pirates.
Festival of Lion King was your round one winner.
Yep.
Mine was People Mover. So now we're getting down to our round two winner. And the winners of round one, or the winner of round one, is going to go against the winner of round two,
Right.
which is ultimately going to
Battle it out.
for our favorite attraction.
Yep.
So your final two were what?
Big Thunder and Splash.
Big Thunder and Splash.
Two rides right next to each other in the same section of the same park.
That's funny. So both Frontierland rides.
Yep.
That's awesome. So my final two are Tower of Terror and Splash Mountain. Tower of Terror and Splash Mountain. So yeah. So now let's go do some comments for a second before we reveal our winners from round two.
Let's see. So I think Adam is trying to stay on both of our good sides. He says that was a very difficult choice, but yes, I think I would agree with Big Thunder. And then later on, he says Tower of Terror over Big Thunder for me.
That's funny. Discover the Magic says I definitely like Space Mountain and Disneyland best. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, we rode Space Mountain in Disneyland back when it was themed to the Halloween version, Ghost Galaxy or whatever, which was cool. We've never actually ridden Space Mountain at Disneyland in its like true regular form.
Right.
So that's cool though. I really like the ride vehicles in Disneyland Space Mountain.
I do too. So Discover the Magic says, fun fact, Expedition Everest cost $100 million and is 199.5 feet tall.
For what?
Expedition Everest.
Wow. That is awesome.
It couldn't be 200 feet because at 200 feet they'd have to put a
red light for
beacon.
all the air traffic.
Look,
Yep.
I made a robot.
Awesome,
Wow,
buddy.
Good job.
All Central Florida says technically Spider-Man at Universal uses 2.5D if you remove the other projector. Okay, that's cool.
He wants to show his
I didn't know
robot
that, but
to
that's
everybody.
cool.
Come here. Come right here with Mom.
All Central Florida says great movie ride was gone since Disney didn't want to renew the contract with Warner Brothers,
at
by the
that.
way.
I did.
Plus, it's a cost-cutting measure. Yeah, James.
It's a robot.
That's pretty much what went down. Yeah.
I made a robot.
Yeah, buddy. Don't shake the table.
He showed his robot to everybody. Good robot, buddy.
Let's see here. Adam says that would be a very difficult choice, but yes, I think I would agree with Big Thunder too. Yeah. Then you read the fun fact.
You see that? You see me?
Adam's Land, Tower Chair over Big Thunder for me. Yeah. Rob says this is awesome, guys. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it, man. Rob also says love Splash Mountain over space.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he says woohoo. Adam says Splash is a great combination of thrill and dark ride.
Can you
That's
sit
why
down,
I love
please?
it.
Thank you.
Space Mountain is awesome, but when they covered some of the ceiling and the queue, it kind of ruined the build up for the ride a bit. Yeah, Adam, I agree. I definitely remember the queue being much different when I was a kid, without the roof being covered up, the ceiling being covered up. It definitely added to the immersion and experience. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Them covering up the ceiling like that kind of takes away from it.
It does.
Just a tad.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah, Rob says it's going to be an Artie Miller final pick. Discover Matches. Yeah, I have been here the whole time. Love this. Awesome. Thank you so much, Discover the Magic, for being here the entire time. And thank you to all of you guys that have been in and chatted with us and watching our countdown, so to speak, our bracket. Just thank you guys so much for being here. All of you.
There's a stranger on here, Josh Capers.
Josh Capers. What's up, Josh?
What's up,
guys,
Josh?
long time no see. Welcome, Josh. It's been a while. Welcome. We're getting towards the end of the stream, so we're doing the Disney attraction bracket challenge. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We're in the final 2 of round 2. Let's see here. Discover the Magic. The Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is the most ambitious, expensive, and most technologically advanced theme land ever built. Yeah, Disney's really playing that up. At least that's what they're saying. That's yet to be seen, but in terms of land area and expansion area and what they're promising, they're definitely building it up to be the best, most immersive themed land that they've ever done. And gosh, we are so looking forward to Galaxy's Edge for sure. Adam says Space Mountain in Paris is completely different, more extreme, like rock and roller coaster with launch and upside down loops. Adam, that's so awesome you say that, because I've seen videos of it and I remember watching like, man, this is basically like a rock and roller coaster themed to Space Mountain. So yeah, Adam, that's awesome. I've definitely seen a video of that. So definitely a cooler, edgier type of Space Mountain ride. So hope I get to ride it one day.
Okay,
Road Trip Day says Adams, and I would so ride that Space Mountain. I know, right? Any coaster that has a launch or multiple launches and that goes upside down, I'm there. I am there. Rob Buzz says, I wish I was here the entire time too. Yeah, Rob, thank you so much, buddy, for being here the entire time. We appreciate it. Again, I'll say Rob Fuzz and Adams Land are 2 of our newest partner channels, and they're absolutely awesome, absolutely amazing, great personalities. They both do theme park Disney stuff. Rob does a lot of retro Disney rides and things like that. He's been uploading some Tokyo Disney Sea videos, which are awesome. I've got to catch up on them, but from what I hear, Disney Sea is like top notch Disney, and Adams Land is amazing. And he recently, him and his daughter Ebony recently went to Alton Towers and had a great live stream there. And they both did vlogs at Alton Towers, and it's really cool to see the kind of the different perspectives between daughter and father. And Adams Land loves Disney World. He's got several vlogs from Disney World, and they're very entertaining. Just a great guy. Also, his daughter's awesome. Ebony's great, and she also has her own YouTube channel, Ebony's little channel, and we got to add that in the description.
Yes, we
below. Do. And Adam, if you want to drop her link again, we'll definitely be sure to add her channel link in all of our future videos. So and then Road Trip Dave is another one of our partner channels that's in here. Dave's awesome. He just got back from Disney not too long ago, and just a great, awesome guy, great family, and does quality work. I've told him, I was like, Dave, dude, keep it up with YouTube, dude, because you're going places.
That's
I mean,
right.
Everybody's going places in our community. I mean, everybody's awesome.
Yeah. Everybody's
sure.
awesome.
So let's see here. Adam's Land, yeah, likewise, been here the whole time. It's 1:15 a.m. and I'm up again at 7 a.m. Adam, thank you, dude. Man, you are so awesome. You are a trooper, my friend. Thank you so much for being here the entire time. Thanks to all of you guys. All Central Florida Star Wars has a few tricks up its sleeve of my sources, if my sources are right. James, I can't wait to see it, man. I definitely think there's more than meets the eye, more than what they're saying. All Central Florida says y'all need to go with some Giga Hyper and Stato coasters. I've been on a few Giga coasters, but yeah, those are awesome for sure. So
They scare me,
but you love it.
but I love it.
Discover the Magic says, yeah, Slinky Dog Dash has 2 launches. Yeah, we have not been to Toy Story Land yet, but I've seen multiple videos of the 2 launches. And what I hear, I mean, Slinky Dog is it's a family coaster, but I think it took a lot of people by surprise. So,
But I can honestly say the next
Excuse
trip
me,
that
guys.
we go on, we're definitely going to Toy Story Land.
oh, absolutely,
We
that's a
have
given.
to.
That's a given for sure. It's so amazing. Yeah, exactly, Rob. All Central Florida says Disney Sea was supposed to be at Walt Disney World, but never happened. I did not know that. Wow, man, I wish it would have came to Disney World because
That
I
would have been
hear
incredible.
nothing but fantastic things about Disney Sea.
Yeah.
Rob Fuzz says Adam's Land is awesome as well as you guys. Thank you, Rob. You're awesome as well, dude. Thank you so much for your support and continued support on our channel. Mary Ellen Clark, T-Town Mary Ellen says, bye, Mike and Jen and our team lifers. Have a great week. Gotta go. Take care, Mary. We appreciate you being here.
Have a good night, Mary
Have a
Ellen.
great night, and as always, thanks for your support. We'll see you next time, I'm sure.
That's right.
Here's all crazy. Road Trip Day says Tokyo Disney Sea videos are just epic, Rob. I've fallen in love with that park. Yeah, Dave. You know what? I've seen videos of it, and before I even watch videos, I go to a lot of Disney World like forums and blogs and just read what people say. And before I even watch videos, people are just like Disney Sea, Tokyo Disney Sea, Journey to the Center of the Earth is like the most epic ride ever. Just the theming and everything about Disney Sea is awesome. And I was like, huh, okay, so I'm going to go on YouTube and watch the videos and see what this Tokyo Disney Sea is all about. And when I watched them, I mean, I was blown away. Just how immaculate the park looks and how well themed it is, and the style of attractions, and that whole park tells like a story in and of itself.
And the rides are amazing.
Oh yeah, the ride technology and is second to none. So for sure.
I think everybody's just saying bye to Mary Ellen.
Okay, awesome.
Adam's Land says thank you guys.
Adam's Land also says another Alton Towers live stream tomorrow around 4 p.m. UK. Awesome,
Nice.
awesome. I will
Awesome,
try
Adam.
to. I will still be at work technically, but I will try and pop on, Adam, for sure.
I'll be able to pop on tomorrow, Adam. So if Mike can't be there for sure, I'll be there.
Yeah, and Adam's Land just posted Ebony's little channel.
Awesome.
Her link, so awesome.
I'm going to fix this gun.
A lot of Discover the Magic says a lot of Galaxy's Edge is underground too. Wow, I didn't know that. That's really cool. That's cool to know.
That is
Very
really
nice.
cool.
Everybody saying good night. Let's see here. Everybody, yeah, thank you. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. All right, so we are final 2. We're gonna have a winner from round 2, and then we're gonna hit round 1 and round 2 together against each other. So go for it.
All right. So my final 2 are Big Thunder and Splash Mountain. This one.
I know what you picked. I think I know what you picked.
What do you think I picked?
Again, you don't have a good poker face, so if I say it,
I
you're
don't
gonna-
have a good poker
Your
face.
body language will tell me.
So,
yeah.
why don't I just say it anyway, and you tell me
Well-
if I surprised you or not. So, I went with Big Thunder.
That's what I thought you were going to pick.
Okay, so
I thought you were going to pick Big Thunder.
fix it.
So why Big Thunder over
Well,
Splash?
I've actually said for a long time that Big Thunder is my favorite ride.
Yes,
in
I remember
Disney
you saying.
World.
I remember you saying that several times.
But it's funny because this half of the bracket proves that it's
Yeah.
a favorite of mine. Again, it's the nostalgia behind it. Like, I love the story of Splash Mountain. I love the experiences that I've had in Splash Mountain and the nostalgia that we've built with Splash Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it.
But
nostalgia,
again, it's
yeah.
like the little 8-year-old girl in me
Yeah.
comes out every time I ride it, and I feel like I laugh and giggle like that little 8-year-old child.
That's awesome. So your round 1 winner was Festival of the Lion King. Your round 2 was
Big Thunder.
Big Thunder. Okay. So my last 2 of round 2 were Tower of Terror and Splash Mountain. This was pretty tough as well. This is probably the second toughest matchup for me in the entire bracket. Listen, I've told you guys, Tower of Terror for me tells a fantastic story from beginning to end,
Wow, look at that.
and it's so entertaining, and I'm never disappointed. So yeah, Tower of Terror.
Look at this eyebrow.
That's why I made it to my final 2.
Look at Ida. Look at Ida.
Yeah, buddy, don't give everybody a headache. You're shaking them.
Come here, Bubba. Sit down, please. Thank you.
Tower, and then my other one was Splash Mountain. Again, in my opinion, if there were 2 rides that told the best story and had the best theming in all of Walt Disney World, it was Tower of Terror versus Splash Mountain. And I had to go with the ride that
See this? I got his head.
Dylan, please sit down.
thrilled me more, because I'm more of a thrill seeker, and I love getting scared every now and again on rides. So you guys can probably see where I'm going with it. I mean, Splash Mountain is amazing in and of itself, a classic Disney, and this was tough. And just the story that it presents and the kind of the message behind Splash Mountain, based off of the old Disney movie Songs of the South. I think what they did with Splash Mountain and kind of honoring that movie, Songs of the South, I think they did a superb job in terms of just theming and telling that story, and
Dylan,
putting that
sit down,
Disney twist on it was amazing. But out of the 2, Tower of Terror versus Splash Mountain, my winner is Tower of Terror.
Dun dun dun.
So there you have it, folks. My winner of round number 2 is Tower of Terror. So again, what was your round 2 winner?
Big Thunder.
And mine was Tower of Terror. So we're going to go to comments for just a second. And then we're going to have the ultimate showdown. We're going to have our round 1 winner versus our round 2 winner for our ultimate favorite Disney attraction.
All right. So
Look, I'm breaking the
let's see here.
So I can fix.
Let's see here. Rob Fuzz says, I can't wait for your stream, Adam. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Adam said Splash over Big Thunder for him. Rob says, woohoo! A road trip day says Big Thunder for Jen. Yep. I kind of knew it. Like, as soon as I saw Big Thunder in the second half, I was like, I knew she was going to pick Big Thunder.
He already knew my winner at that point as soon as he got to that portion of the bracket.
Rob Fuzz says, that is so tough. Yeah, it definitely gets tough for sure. All Central Florida says, I still not ridden Splash Mountain. Are you serious? You've never ridden Splash Mountain, James?
Now, I've been reading
Wow.
the comments, and later on he does say it's because he always goes to the parks with so much gear that he doesn't want to
Oh.
get wet.
Yeah, but still, wow, you never rode that ride when you were a kid, or like,
I'm going to go help him.
that's crazy.
Come
Wow.
Come on.
That's surprising.
To fix it.
Okay.
Rob says, I picked Splash too, Adam. Discover the Magic says, Adam's Land, you're awesome. Yes, Adam is awesome. Rob Fuss says, come on, James. Yeah, I'm really surprised by that. I cannot believe James has never ridden Splash Mountain. Adam's Land says, thank you, Discover the Magic. Adam's Land says, yeah, it should be good fun. Yeah, dude, awesome. I enjoyed your live stream last time from Alton Towers. That was awesome. Also, Florida, yeah, Jim just said it. I usually go with a lot of gear, so I don't want to get get them wet. Yeah, I understand that, but wow, I cannot believe you've never ridden it. Let's see here. Discover the Magic says, pray that they never change our Tower of Terror. That would be one ride that if they ever change that to like Guardians of the Galaxy or something, I would be genuinely upset. A lot. Now, I was pretty upset with the Great Movie Ride going away and being replaced by Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. When I initially heard it, I was like, "Oh, okay, awesome! They're going to put a Mickey ride finally at Disney World." But they're using the new school like Ren and Stimpy style animation that looks just weird. So for me, that kind of takes it back a notch. Maybe the 2.5D will save it. Maybe that'll be kind of the saving grace, like I said. But if they ever change Tower of Terror, I would be very upset for sure. Road Trip Dave says, James, oh! Yeah, I'm shocked by that, dude. That's crazy. Adams Land says, all Central Florida makes sense. I always take a plastic shopping bag in my rucksack so I can cover up anything like cameras and phones that I don't want to get wet. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. It's just, that's crazy. I mean, way before I was a YouTuber, way before I had any kind of gear or anything, man, back when I went with my parents, I mean, that was like back when I was 11, 12 years old, Splash Mountain was like a must do, you know, and I would never go without not riding it. You know, that's a must do for us when we go now.
Absolutely.
Granted, now Dylan is not tall enough to ride it yet, but he's getting there. So I can't wait when he's tall enough to ride.
That would be awesome. That's going to be another epic. That's when we have to take the GoPro on just to get his, like, strap it to his chest and put it, like, you could see his facial expression during the whole ride. That would be awesome. Yeah,
Rob Plus says, makes sense, James. Yeah. Road Trip Dave says, I called it, Mike. I figured it would be Tower of Terror. Yeah, Dave, you know me so well, dude. Just something about it. Tower of Terror.
Aw. Discover the Magic says, by the way, Mickey is 90 years old.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Mickey
birthday.
Mouse.
Is that his birthday today?
You think so?
I haven't seen it. If it is, happy birthday. If not, 90 years, that's awesome. He's been around for that long. All Central Florida says, Adams Land, soon you get free Ziploc bags. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure. Rob Fuss says, wow, I love Tower of Terror, but it would never make it that far for me. Yeah, no worries, Rob. That's the beauty of this bracket, you know. It's kind of cool because when you're watching this, or like if it were me like watching it, I would be like rooting, like almost like watching a sporting event, like, come on, Tower of Terror, like or come on, Big Thunder. You know, kind of like a boxing, like knockout type deal. So it's really cool to hear everybody's opinions and you know what they like and what they don't like, and giving reasons why they like certain rides over other ones. I mean, everybody has a different story to tell, and everybody has their favorites and their not so favorites.
I thought it was November, Rob. Mickey's birthday is November 18th. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're good. Rob says, wow, TTA versus Tower of Terror. Good luck, Mike. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
All Central Florida says, nope, I've not since 2005. Okay, so you have been on it before, just not since 2005. Wow, that's crazy, James. I can understand why. I mean, if you have expensive equipment, I mean, even the slightest little drop of water on it, if it gets in the wrong spot, like on a camera or something, it's gonna mess it up.
Friends of ours actually got water on their camera on Splash Mountain, and they were so worried it was going to ruin the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Luckily, it didn't, but they had like a spot on their lens forever.
Yeah, exactly. Rob Fuss says, ding, 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 ladies and gentlemen, here it comes the Final Four. Yeah. Man, we're not that far behind, are we?
We have quite a few to get.
Discover the Magic says, wow, I wish I had Dylan's energy. He is nonstop. The Energizer Bunny. Road Trip Dave says, all right, Theme Lifers, Jen and Mike, I've got to hit the rack. Very entertaining live stream. You guys, great mix. Thanks, Dave. Thanks so much for coming on, buddy. We appreciate it. We're going to catch you on your Monday night road tripping for sure. So thanks, Dave. Go check out Road Trip Dave if you guys haven't already. He's awesome. One of our partner channels. Good night, Dave. Have a good one, buddy.
Good night, Dave.
All Central Florida says there's a lot going on right now to why they won't change the Guardians of the Galaxy and why your phone's becoming anything Marvel that go back to a contract. Okay, interesting. All Central Florida also says with Universal where they can, I had for Marvel advertised for theme park attractions within 60 miles of Universal. That's interesting.
Oh, that is interesting.
Good night. Everybody
James
say
has
good
all the
night.
inside stuff.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he does. Everybody say bye, Dave. All Central Florida, he says they also can't have a dedicated Marvel land east of Mississippi other than Universal. I'd heard that. Good night. Everybody say good night. Stinks James.
Really?
Welcome to Contracts, Rob. Yeah, Wikipedia says Mickey's birthday is November 18th, 1928. So, yeah, a few months. But Mike and Jen, I love your picks. Yeah, thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
It was tough. It was a tough bracket for us. He said, all Central Florida says, excuse me, he says, I will say my final word on Splash Mountain thing. I have promised my viewers that I will write it by the end of the year with a video of my first experience through it. Now, when it will be filmed, to be determined. Okay. Interesting. Cool, James.
That's awesome.
Look forward to that. Adam says, God, press send by accident. Oh, you're good, man. No worries, Adam. Sweet James. Adam says, I got water on my camera during a vlog on a log last year. Yeah, I actually filmed.
On a log.
I was very nervous. We actually have a Splash Mountain ride video. I filmed it with our G7X, and I was very, very nervous about it. Now I was in the back row, but thank God I did not get any water on the camera.
Yeah.
So we were lucky. I think if I tried it again, I wouldn't be so lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And he filmed it by himself, so all the other equipment was with me and Dylan.
Yeah. Road Trip Dave says, good night, you guys. Yeah, good night, Dave. Take
Good night,
care,
Dave.
bud. Adam says, cool. Look forward to it, James. Also, Florida says, the can't. I should say voice to text sucks. Yeah, no worries, James. All right, so we're down to the nitty gritty, guys. We're going to get through this. So round 1 versus round 2. Round 1, Festival of the Lion King. Round 2, Big Thunder. So Festival of the Lion King versus Big Thunder. What is your ultimate favorite attraction
So
at Walt Disney World?
I spent so much time pondering the answer to this question. And I even found myself coming up with the answer and then coming back to it later and crossing it out and switching it. Like I went back and forth for days.
you really?
For days, I went back and
Really?
forth on this answer.
Wow.
Days. And I think it's because of the nostalgia of Big Thunder Mountain. However, I chose the Festival of the Lion King.
No, you did not.
I did.
Are you kidding me?
I did.
You chose
So,
Festival of the Lion King.
The theater buff in me and how much I absolutely love that show. It literally gives me chills when I watch this show. And no other attraction
Wow.
at Walt Disney World gives me chills the way that
I feel
and
like
the
I don't-
feels. And the feels.
I feel like I don't know you. Who are you? Are you kidding? You're joking.
I went back and forth on this
There's the curveball.
forever.
There's a curveball.
There is not a curveball. I literally, I crossed out.
She says that. I'm gonna be right in the middle of me talking. She's gonna be like, "Just kidding. It's Big Thunder."
No, I crossed off Big Thunder and wrote Festival of the Lion King, and then crossed it off and wrote Big
So-
Thunder and crossed it off and wrote Festival and crossed it off and wrote Big Thunder.
Wow.
I literally went back and
Rob,
forth for
I'm surprised. I'm just as surprised as you are, man.
days. I'm just as surprised as everybody else is that is what I chose.
So,
I kept going
Out
back
of
and forth.
everything at Walt Disney World Festival, I mean,
Festival.
look. I guess the silver lining is if there was a show to pick that is your absolute favorite attraction at Walt Disney World, that would be the show.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd have picked like Finding Nemo
Now,
or like Florida Magic or
you have to remember too
I
that
don't know, like or Stitch's Great Escape.
I took drama in high school. I did
Yeah.
drama at church. I did stage makeup in high school. I went to so many like Broadway style shows. Like when it comes down to it, theater is my all-time favorite thing on the planet. Literally.
Now,
And so when you
Yeah.
sit down and you look at a thrill ride versus a theatrical Broadway style performance that has incredible music and like crowd interaction and costumes, and I get all the feels with the Festival of the Lion King.
excuse me, guys.
And trust me,
From-
I was just as surprised. Like I kept going back and forth and going back and forth and going back and forth, and I kept like
I'm shocked, man.
it almost pained me to pick Festival of the Lion King, but the fact that I kept going back and forth on it, and I kept coming up with Festival of the Lion King the last few times that I would dish around with this in my head,
Wow.
Festival of the Lion King wins.
Now I will say, Festival of the Lion King, that has a very, 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 very special place for us, not just individually, but for our channel as a whole. We do have a video of Festival of the Lion King on YouTube, and it is the second most viewed video of that show on YouTube. It is the most viewed video on our channel. So, in terms of that, that really, I can kind of justify it.
Rob, how much money did you
being
bet?
As upset, but like, I couldn't believe you picked a show over like a ride, though.
I couldn't either, but for me, like, I have to go with kind of what my gut says. And my gut said Festival of the Lion King more often than it said Big Thunder.
Yeah.
Now, if it was favorite show, or favorite, good job, buddy. Can you please go back in the bathroom?
Go back in the bathroom, bud.
Thanks. But if I had to sit down, if it was literally just rides, it would be Big Thunder.
Yeah, well, wow.
Big Thunder is my favorite ride. Festival of the Lion King is my favorite show. Clearly, it is my favorite attraction.
Okay,
Daddy,
that's respectable. I was very shocked though.
Yes, buddy, go in the living
Some
room
of
and
the
I'll
people in
come
the
change
chat, some of the people in the chat was they were pretty shocked too. But all right, so there you have it. Jen's ultimate favorite attraction, Festival of the Lion King.
it. Rob, how much did you bet on Big Thunder Mountain? And I get a cut of it, right?
Right. Yeah, Discover the Magic says, really, wow. LOL, although it is an awesome show. Yeah, like I said, if there were a show to win the entire bracket, that would be, I mean, that's respectable. That would be the show to win it. Like I said, if you'd have picked like something else, like, I don't know, Tiki Room.
But I
or
wouldn't
like,
have.
Flights of Wonder,
Yeah,
which I don't think is there anymore at Animal Kingdom.
I think
or
it's called
something-
Up now.
Yeah, or they're working on it. Okay, wow. So here we go. My round one winner was the TTA People Mover.
Yeah.
My round two winner was Tower of Terror. This
I can't believe TTA went so far.
it didn't really surprise me, just because I love that ride so much. It's one of those rides that it's not the most thrilling. It's not the most sought after ride. It's a very underrated attraction, in my opinion. But there's just something about it, man. There's just something about getting off your feet during a very, very crowded day and riding through Tomorrowland, hearing the narration, people watching, going through Space Mountain, the length of the ride, the music, everything about TTA. There's never a wait, hardly ever. I mean, it's generally a walk on.
If there is, it's because the ride's
time.
shut down.
Yeah, usually it's a longer wait if Space Mountain's shut down. Everybody flocks over to People Mover. But yeah, I mean, and then my round two winner, Tower of Terror, like I mentioned before, to me tells the best story in all of Walt Disney World. And for me, it was one of the most thrilling rides out there. So, with that being said, all the feels. That's funny. People love that ride. Yeah, most people pick TTA in my bracket. Rob said that's funny. TTA versus Tower of Terror is difficult. I'm genuinely stuck on this one. My head says Tower of Terror, my heart says TTA. Yeah, Adam, that's the exact dilemma that I ran into. But I had to go with the ride that really, really hits home for me and really tells that story that kind of puts it over the edge for me and combines everything that I look for in a theme park attraction. Again, story, theming, thrills, smells, architecture, all that goes into it. And for me, People Mover versus Tower of Terror, I had to go. My all-time favorite attraction at Walt Disney World is Tower of Terror, folks.
That doesn't surprise me.
Tower of Terror. It was tough. I couldn't pick People Mover over Tower of Terror. I just couldn't. I could not pick People Mover based off of what it is compared to what Tower of Terror is and how it makes me feel and just the story that it tells. My favorite aspect of People Mover is, again, or one of them is there's no wait. You get out of the crowds, you get off your feet, and you take a nice, relaxing ride through Tomorrowland. And it's the best thing ever. There's hardly any theming to the ride itself.
Right.
It's just a car that drives around Tomorrowland, but it's epic. But when you're talking Disney World and you're talking the best of the best, and you know pit it up, Tower of Terror pitted up against People Mover, for all the reasons I mentioned, like about Tower of Terror, I've been talking about this entire bracket. Tower of Terror is the better attraction. It's my favorite attraction in all of Walt Disney World. And like I was saying, I think Discover the Magic said if they ever changed our Tower of Terror, I would be crushed.
Yeah.
I would be absolutely crushed. And I hope they never do. So there you have it, guys. Tower of Terror, baby. I can't wait to get back to Disney and ride it again. We also have a ride POV of Tower of Terror on our channel. So if you guys want to check that out, be sure. I was actually in the front row when I filmed it. I was on the front left side. So yeah, that was a ton of fun.
By the way, Rob thought I was choosing Festival Lion King to get back at you for your Stitch response.
Oh, see, she was over there. She was plotting over there earlier. I think I'm gonna have to go with Rob on that one. I think that's what you did, isn't it?
No, seriously. Like I was with Adam because Adam said that TTA versus Tower of Terror is difficult. He's genuinely stuck on this one. His head says one, but his heart says the other. This is how I feel. This is where I was going back and forth about
tough.
Festival Lion King and Big Thunder Mountain.
Right.
Do I choose a show or do I choose?
You choose the one that you feel is the better attraction.
And for me, like Disney's actors in the shows are absolutely incredible.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Every show that I've ever seen at Disney blows me away. This one specifically blew me away. Every single time. I can watch the show over and over and over and over and over again and still come out loving it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, there you have it, guys. That is it. That will complete our bracket. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We certainly have enjoyed bringing it to you guys. Wow, we're going to have to do another type of bracket like this very soon because that was a lot of fun.
Maybe we should see if we can find a universal bracket.
Yeah. Although I don't think that one would be too terribly elaborate. Not as
No.
elaborate as this.
Probably not.
Yeah, but maybe another like a Disney attraction, like best restaurants, or like I don't know.
Well, considering we haven't eaten all of them.
Right? Yeah,
That would be hard
yeah,
to do.
It would be, but yeah, there you have it, guys. Tower of Terror for me. Festival of the Lion King. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Really appreciate all of you that have been here on this chat tonight with us. It's been a ton of fun.
And everybody that was here last week for the first half as well.
Yeah,
It's been a blast.
We have a podcast coming your way very, very soon, so look out for official announcements for that. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Adam's Land says he's so going to turn my reaction into a GIF or a meme.
That would be epic. You should, Adam. Can't wait to see
I'm
it.
waiting for it to come out on Twitter.
Rob Plus says, did you see it in the older theater? Did it change at all? He's talking about Festival of the Lion King in the older theater.
I've seen it in the older theater.
It used to be in Camp Mini Mickey, which they don't have anymore. Now it's in
And I
Africa.
can't remember if it's that much different. I just know that the show right now is incredible.
Yeah. I think I saw it once when it was in Camp Mini Mickey years ago. So, but yeah, we got a podcast coming soon, guys. Look out for that. We'll definitely make some official announcements. You guys will definitely know when that premieres for sure.
And it will be very, very soon, like within the next 2 weeks soon.
Yeah.
Because we have like one tiny thing that we have to iron out, but otherwise we're
there.
We're like this stinking close
we're
to
there.
being ready.
Everybody's saying going to be a surprise. Can't wait for the podcast. Adam says yes, this theme podcast will be epic. Thank you, Adam. I sure hope so, buddy. I sure hope so. Let's see here.
Or we might not tell anybody and just post it.
Rob Fuzz says, I smell the topic of your next live stream. That's funny. Do you now? We'll see. Oh, did you read? I have a tag for you guys and Adam this week.
No, I didn't.
Awesome. Can't wait for that, Rob.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Awesome.
We look forward to it.
Rob Plus says, awesome. Any previews of the first week's topic? Nope. We're not going to say. Although the first,
The very first topic, though,
is very
it's very
all I'm gonna
general.
say, it's like a introductory type topic, just to kind of introduce this theme podcast and what we're about. So we don't say too much more about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
It's an introductory.
yeah. So
And then the other themes from here are a secret for you guys.
yeah,
We are not going to post about a theme,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, awesome.
but on the flip side, guys, feel free to send us theme suggestions. And I'm not saying that we haven't come up with a bunch of themes,
Sorry, guys.
because we have, but we're going to need theme suggestions. We're going to want to know what you guys want to hear us talk about. It doesn't have to be just Disney related, because we are kind of going a different route
yeah,
where we're
I
doing
mean-
all things theme park.
which
so
is very
s-
exciting for us because it
Yes.
really gives us a chance to branch out in terms of to different theme parks again around the country and hopefully the world one day.
Yeah.
So that's all we're going to say about it. Again, thank you guys so much for coming on. And,
Stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned. And I see what else. Be sure and if you guys haven't hit the like button, be sure to do that. Again, share us out. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the little bell, the little icon. That way you guys get notified for when we go live and for when we post new videos. Also, check out our partner channels. They're in the description below. And our two newest partner channels are Adam's Land and Rob Fuzz. And they're both in the chat right now. And they're absolutely awesome. They've been with us the entire stream. You guys will not be disappointed. They're great, great buddies of ours. And just some of the most awesome, nicest guys out there for sure. So, yeah, guys, that is it. So we will be making some announcements on when we'll be live next and or I'll say and when we're going to premiere episode 1 of this theme podcast. So You have
And
anything else to add?
Also, guys, for your future Disney vacations, please remember that I am a travel agent with Mickey Travels. So head on over to mickeytravels.com/team/Jennifer Patterson, I believe. I would double check the link, but it will definitely be in the description. And check out Mickey Travels Jennifer Patterson on Facebook, as well as Mickey Travels Jennifer P on Instagram and Twitter. If you need to get in touch with me, I would be very, very happy and would love to be able to help you plan your next Disney vacation.
Awesome. So we will definitely put that in the description. I don't think we added it before, but we'll definitely
I don't think so, but we'll add it.
So Discover the Magic, or Rob says, thanks for a great stream, guys. Again, Rob, thank you so much for joining us and being a part of it and hanging out with us, man. Awesome. Discover the Magic says, thank you so much for this awesome live stream, guys. I've enjoyed it so very much. You're so awesome. Love you guys. See you again real soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Discover the Magic.
Thank you so much for the positive vibes and hanging out with us tonight. And we really, really look forward to chatting with you again soon, for sure. So thanks so much for the awesome support, Discover the Magic, and have a great night and a great week, all of you guys. Adam's Land says, thanks for an awesome stream. Guys, I better sleep before a long day tomorrow. Thanks for the shout out. You guys are amazing. Thanks, Adam. You guys are amazing. Get some sleep, dude. Have a great week. And thanks so much for your awesome support, man. And look forward to your Alton Towers live stream coming up.
And Adam, I am working on your October trip.
There you go.
He's already sent all the information to me, and I'm working on it for you.
Adam says, Jen, I was tapping Mike up about your work earlier this week. Yeah.
Yep.
For booking October 2019. Nice. Rob says, bye, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you, guys. Good night. Good night, my awesome friends. Yeah. So please, again, guys, be sure look out for some updates from us. We'll let you know when we're going to be live again next.
Absolutely.
And when we're going to debut this podcast.
Yay!
It's gonna be awesome. We're looking forward to it, guys. It's gonna be good. I hope
it's gonna be awesome. We cannot wait to share this theme podcast with you guys.
For sure.
We have so many things up our sleeves.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah. Oh, there goes one now. Whoa. All right, guys. Have a great night. Have a great week. We'll see you guys soon. And until next time, please remember, live your themed life
and make it special.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.